rise up, it is time for war. Indestructible fortitude, wielding powers of thought. I've got a heart of a warrior, heart of a day. Nothing can stop me, move out of my way. The lost is rising, hurricane in my veins. We are fighting. Heart of a warrior, heart of a day. Nothing can stop me, move out of my way. The lost is rising, hurricane in my veins. We are Vikings. The sickness all around infects me. The chaos inside runs through me. The time has come to stand and fight. Throw your axes, let them fly. Release the warrior you become and fight. I've got a heart of a warrior, heart of a day. Nothing can stop me, move out of my way. Bloodlust is rising, hurricane in my veins. We are fighting. Heart of a warrior, heart of a day. Nothing can stop me, move out of my way. Bloodlust is rising, hurricane in my veins. We are Vikings. I've got a heart of a warrior, heart of a day. Nothing can stop me, move out of my way. Bloodlust is rising, hurricane in my veins. We are Vikings. I've got a heart of a warrior, heart of a day. Nothing can stop me, move out of my way. Bloodlust is rising, hurricane in my veins. We are Vikings. Heart of a warrior, heart of a day. Nothing can stop me, move out of my way. Bloodlust is rising, hurricane in my veins. We are Vikings.
Alright.
I put up spilled beans. He didn't like that one either.
I didn't say nothing bad about the spilled beans. I didn't say a damn thing about the spilled beans. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. How we doing?
What an intro to stream.
Yep. Honestly, it's par for the course for us. How we doing, everybody?
We're good.
All right. We are a bit of a bare bones setup for the temporary being because we are waiting for our 6th player to join us. But until then, welcome back to D&D, guys. How we feeling? Everybody having a good time? Everybody ready to go? I know we've all had some stressful weeks, and it's time to let it loose a little bit. I took back-to-back sips of this cherry limeade, and the Tito's that I added to it came to the forefront for both those sips. So I'm ready. I'm rip-roaring, ready to go.
Did it sink to the bottom?
Straight to the bottom. Went right past the Swedish fish jelly beans I added and everything. It is pure Tito's at the bottom.
I think we need to stir that up every time you take a sip.
Yep. So.
But be prepared to flip Jake going.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. So, who would like to give me a recap to our last session?
It's a bit of a travel session, I think.
Unfortunately, our note taker is the one that we're waiting on, so. Ozzy, I heard you say it. It was a bit of a travel session, yes.
Yeah, we opened up, taking care of the remnants of the beholder. I don't recall if we successfully salvaged anything.
You did.
But
You got quite a bit from it. You got quite a bit from
Yes,
it.
nice.
Yep. We got a couple.
4 ice blocks.
I was gonna say a couple pristine eye stalks, a couple fucked up eye stalks, the big eyeball, and a damaged brain.
We made our peace in the village that we did it for. We got some cool loot from the beholders. I embarrassed myself in an arm wrestle against Carrot.
You did.
I forgot about that.
That was fucking
yeah.
funny.
Just embarrassed myself. I even cheated.
That's the thing. You did cheat, and you still got your dick handed to you.
Yeah.
Love it.
We built.
We also
No, not we. I should say.
Galbrek
built
statue.
a statue in Arasaf.
Yes.
You did. You built a statue commemorating your fallen brethren, your fallen compatriot who died at the hands of the beholder.
My beautiful baby boy.
You continued on your way back to Rachdale with a new party member in tow.
Now we have
Artemis
an owl.
Blatherson, a Owlin type of player. You got into a fight with some bandits, and he turned one's head into a canoe for the first time in his life. And yeah, like it was quite a harrying experience for your young avian friend.
Yeah, he seemed pretty shook up after that.
That's where he is now. He's still in shell shock.
Just
Yeah.
1,000-yard stare for the past 36 hours. So, congratulations, you have made it all the way through. What would you like to do next?
I think,
have we made it to the city?
You
No,
are
we're not
just
there yet.
outside the city. You are about, I want to say, what did I say? It was mid-morning?
yeah,
Okay.
something like
Yeah,
that.
so it's, sunrise has been up for a little bit, but plenty of time. You're about an hour's walk away from the city. So as you make your way through, we'll say an hour passes. Welcome back to Rachdale, everybody. Welcome back to civilization. And already, as you enter, you can see that the streets have a different hum about them than when you left. There is hustle and bustle. There is a lot going on. So, with that in mind, you don't really know what you've walked into, but you can tell that something is happening. Something's afoot. So, you do have a bounty to turn in. What would you like to do?
Let's go find Taco.
Yeah.
With that money.
All right.
What was the name of the tavern for
The
Taco?
tavern's name is the Midnight Rest.
That's right.
I have it open. There it is. Minute Rest, south of the Rose Garden.
You can't forget about the Rose Garden.
As you make your way through the city, you can tell that
Look at my waiting.
stalls are being set up, streets are being cleared and blocked off. Something big is happening. You do remember multiple rumors of a series of games happening in the famous arena in the near center of the town. So, you make your way back to the Midnight Rest, and there, as he's almost always been, when you make your way in through the doors, is a rather large dragonborn going over a ledger. The leader of the huntsmen, Tatko, and beside him, seated at the bar, with a freshly filled drink in hand, is his wife, Astrid, the tiefling who runs the brothel next door. So, with all of this information at your disposal, what would you like to do, my lovely players?
Taco!
I'd like to walk up to Taco and go. So, what did you think that mission was?
Oh goodness!
Espen actually said
Well, welcome back to civilization, y'all. How was it? Everything go about as you anticipated it?
I think it was a little
I
worse
think-
than we were anticipating.
Really now?
At this point, Espen is going to take the bag and set it down on the table that has the eye in it.
We
And
got
this is
some
like-
trophies of our own now.
He'll open it up and be like, oh, good. Ugh, that is proper disgusting. You can take that back. I take it was something a little bit more complicated than just a knoll pack.
We're gonna get it taxidermied.
Like that.
Something like
Apparently
that.
the gnolls were being controlled by the beholder.
A beholder, you say?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is the problem when we get these jobs a little far from civilized folk, is the job description is lacking. But, either way, congratulations. I seem to notice that you've arrived in my establishment with a new party member and are one party member short. What happened?
Fortunately, we lost one in the fight. The beholder.
Ah,
But the beholder and the gnolls were keeping this one hostage.
He's going through something.
interesting development.
Ignore the 1,000-yard stare. He'll be fine in a couple days.
Interesting. Well, unfortunately, in this line of work, that is the kind of developments we run into. But a job is a job, and a contract is a contract. Your contract is complete. Turn in your evidence, and I shall give thee thy gold.
That big
I just
bag
Just
with
showed
all
you
the
an eyeball.
Put an eye on the table.
So you are wanting to keep the organs and trophies that you have harvested, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Excellent. That will not take from the bottom line of your gold. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
Those are yours to keep. Everything you see around here is something that I or my son have killed with our bare hands.
Yes, I want to get it stuffed.
And actually,
You have
as
a
I
son?
say that, I do have a son. He has been off doing his own merry thing for a little bit, but because, as I'm certain you've seen outside, interesting developments bring about interesting reunions. My son has been up in, what did I write down here? High water. As cutting his teeth and scarring his scales, shall we say. Making his own way in the world.
Make my way downtown.
The son of yours has a name.
He does. Damien! And he'll bellow up to the top of the rafters where the bedrooms usually are, and you'll see a very, very interesting looking character coming down. He is a dark orange of skin with what look to be purple accented scales climbing from the back of his hands up his arms. He wears a fairly simple breastplate, no sleeve protection or shoulder protection that you can see, just a breastplate covering his chest and vital organs, a chainmail skirt type assortment, and plate greaves below. Not much in the way of upper body, but key areas with blood flow and organs are heavily covered. No helm. You do see very similar to a mountain ram's horns spiraling around his ears, coming to some pretty gnarly looking points, and those points are actually tipped with what look to be some sort of metal barb with kind of like jewelry, but almost like an additional backup weapon just to be safe. Again, burnt orange skin, a small assortment of scales, looks to be a bit of a dragonborn tiefling hybrid. Because his mother Astrid is a tiefling.
Hey, that checks out.
And
Well, I'm gonna...
and he has a long tail that is the most heavily scaled part of his body, swaying behind him. What's up, Dad? What can I do? You need me? He looks to be about, probably, based on the way he carries himself and the way that he looks, maybe early 20s, late teens.
I want to look at Astrid and go, that couldn't have been fun.
No, my dear. That was a rather harrowing experience, but I will say it was worth it.
Oh, you must be awfully proud of him then.
Oh, quite. He is the apple of my eye. And he'll make his way down. He stands taller than both of his parents. He probably stands, I would say, Taco's about 7 feet tall. He's probably about 7.5. He is he's a very large individual. Heavily muscled, looks to have a sort of, not a great sword, but also not a spear, a bit of a hybrid. Very glaive-like weapon across his back. And he'll come out and shake his hand and say, "Ah! More huntsmen! Pleasure to meet you. I haven't gotten to see any of the new recruits lately since I've been home."
Must be weird for you being home.
It is. I've been gone for about 3 years now. As soon as I was old enough, I told Dad and Mom here I wanted to break out on my own, and I went as far away from Rachdale as I could physically walk. But, you hear events like this and the purse that's on the line, it was a perfect opportunity to come back and see Mom and Dad.
What's the purse on the line?
Oh, you haven't heard yet? Oh, you have to see this. It's the biggest games we've had, I think, ever here. The heir to the Maud throne is turning 17. He's hitting his majority. So, Lord Redis decided that he wanted to throw the biggest games that Rachdale's ever seen. Here, and he'll pull out a flyer that just hit your messages. And for those of you at home, because you can't see, obviously, I will read it out for you. It's a celebration of the heir's majority. In honor of our royal heir ascending into adulthood, His Eminence Jarl Redis Clangleam has decreed the cherished citizens of Rachdale shall be entertained within the Raiders' Right. Challengers and champions far and wide have answered the call for glory. Explore the listed attractions and confirmed vendors below and prepare for a new season of jubilation. There are, on the flyer, 15 confirmed vendors offering anything from refreshments to adventuring goods to magical offerings. But, as Damien was explaining, to the right on the flyer, there are 2 combat purses. One is a single combat elimination style melee, last man standing. Warriors who enter the single combat melee shall fight in a last man standing event until a final victor stands above all others to claim their own glory, with a purse of 5,000 gold. The team tournament is the true Raiders' Right. Parties of up to 6 combatants use their unique strengths and skills to climb the ladder until either claiming their victor's laurels or nursing their injured pride. Higher stakes with a massive prize and a purse of 48,000 gold.
Oh, how nice there's 6 of us.
48,000?
48,000 gold. Up to 8,000 gold per party member.
Galbrek's gonna... Oh, no, he doesn't read that. Galbrek's gonna hear that. And he's gonna look at everybody else like,
Ship?
Yeah.
Ship, yeah.
Ship, yeah.
Ship, yeah.
There you go. So, and that at the bottom is the official royal seal of the Serpent's Maw. Crack the sky. The words of House Clangleam.
Nice. So, Damien, are you on a team?
Hey, first off, you're huntsman. You're practically family. Call me the Sentinel. Everybody does.
The Sentinel. Where do we sign up for this?
Oh, the Raiders' Wrath.
Okay. And are you on a team?
Oh, yes. I actually traveled down here with my new guild. I didn't want to fight against Dad, but unfortunately I came down here. Thankfully, the Huntsmen aren't officially listing in the Raiders' Right as a group because we're mostly based on individuals and contractors. So we don't really have a presence in the tournament, shall you say. We'll have a booth on the outside, recruiting potential members, either out of the freshly fallen or, if we're lucky, out of the victors. But more than anything, I came down here with my guild up in Highwater, the guild that I joined about a year and a half ago, the Drekkie Baron. We're a pretty unique guild in that every member has dragon's blood.
Nice. So
It's
you,
nice to be able to be around your own kind.
yeah.
They're a little uptight, but experience is experience. I have to have it if I'm gonna take over the Midnight Rest one day.
Hopefully we'll see you in the arena then.
Oh, you will. That I promise.
I need to go get signed up for this.
Well,
Yeah, I guess
thankfully,
we all
the games don't start for about 3 days. The vendors are already out and listed. You guys got lucky. You almost missed the sign-up window. Window closes at end of the day tomorrow. So whatever business you have that you wanted to do coming back into town, you have time to do it. So don't feel like you got to rush it and do everything all at once.
Okay.
Galbrek goes in the background. Snap out of it, Artemis! God damn it!
Nothing.
One bludgeoning damage. One bludgeoning damage. One bludgeoning damage.
There's a little ow. It's not going to take much.
Taco will come back in at this point and say, Damien couldn't have said it better if I did it. Everything you need to do, you need to either go see Goda at the Raider's Wrath, or you need to see Brita at the Raider's Rest. I know you haven't talked to them in a little while. They handle all the sign-ups. Kynan is right now organizing the actual games himself in the arena. The tournament is a 3-round tournament, with the final always being some sort of special interesting battle. The melee, that's a new addition that nobody else has done before, but a lot of the fighters in that are just regular raiders or individual members of other guilds that are wanting a chance for a little extra side cash, or they're looking to branch out for themselves and make a name for themselves. Either way, you might see one individual or multiple individuals in different rounds and different events. Biggest thing is you got to get your name in there, because this is the primary recruitment method for raiding crews, particularly with a purse like that. We might be looking at prospective captains coming out, seeing that purse and wanting to form their own crew and ship. So, take that as you will.
So is there a buy-in fee for this?
No.
Or is it...
First time ever. It is completely put up by the crown.
Whoops.
That's why it is such a popular event right now. The only buy-in fee is a bit of a blind assessment by Goda and Brita. They're not letting any fool with a sword and a beat-up set of armor hop in. This is not normally a contest to the death, but blood is shed, bones are broken, and with that, lives are taken occasionally. So, it is a very serious matter upon which the reputation of our city is based upon, and we will not let it be sullied by lesser talent. Thankfully, I was hoping that y'all would make it back, and I put a bit of a good word in for you.
Oh, sick. Thanks, buddy.
Plus, you have that previous job that you took care of that kind of spoke for itself.
That was a surprising job.
It truly was, but you handled it with grace and dignity, as I was assured you would.
We try. We truly do.
Now, what's the plan?
Well, I say we go sign up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head to the
And
list.
Espen's gonna still hold up the bag with the eye in it and be like, we need to figure out... I have an idea for these.
Yeah, there's
But
some.
we can take that after we sign
Maybe
it.
they'll have an
Has the
idea.
eye been rotting at all?
The thing about a bag of holding, where it's technically a different plane of existence, I'll treat it that No, it hasn't been
Thank
rotting. It's
Okay,
in
good.
okay shape.
Appreciate
I was about to say, it's been a few days. It could be,
I need to find
We
a
opened
bag
that
of
bag
cold
up.
somewhere.
We opened that
Yeah,
bag
yeah.
up for taco and it is ripe.
All right, to the lists.
All right.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
So you make your way through the lists, and the closer you get to the Raiders' Right, the more you see being set up. You see vendor stalls for all sorts of individuals, and I think most of the ones you see on this level, the furthest away from the Raiders' Right, are locals. They have their own local goods, usually food-based, maybe some drinks, everything like that, crop-based. It's a farming and fishing community for the most part for the locals. So a lot of their stuff is, stuff that you can get for the most part, but that's usually like their best yield or their best crop of the year is for an event like this. And the closer that you get to the Raiders' Right, the quality of goods climb and climb. You're starting to see trinkets, jewelry. You do see a booth for the Huntsman. You see a booth for the Rose Garden. Tamara, Godey, and Thorgrim don't have booths. They have their normal stores, but their stores are 24/7 open, it looks like. And their stores are honestly kind of like the beacon where the improvement of goods begins to happen. And then right outside the Raiders' Right, as you begin to pass, you see kind of separate so that there's an understanding of kind of like at a liquor store where you have the good stuff on the top shelf. This is the top shelf section of the merchants. And you'll see actually a half circle of about 15 booths out there. Well, about 10 booths that are out there of like the higher quality stuff. And you'll make your way through. Nothing's set up yet, but you'll definitely see like the advertisement is a higher level there.
As we're walking through, is Mama Godey's actually popular though?
Oh yeah.
Like, is there a lot of people going into that store?
Oh yeah. It's very bustling. You guys gotta understand. Just because they're so close to the Midnight Rest and they have that relationship with Totco, there's still 3 very distinct vendors in this city on a daily basis. And
I just don't understand how people trust Godey specifically.
well, people aren't suspicious dwarfs. Some people are just normal people that just go about their daily life.
Galbrek goes on the opposite side of the street.
All right. Beautiful. Oh, man. So, you make your way to the Raiders' Wrath. What would you like to do?
I have 2 questions.
Yes, ma'am.
One you're not gonna like.
Okay.
Can you pick a name for the arena, please?
I did.
You're going back and forth between Wrath and Right.
Oh, I am. No,
Screwing me up.
No, not the
Yes,
Wrath
sir.
and the Right are right next to each other.
What? There's a different thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's the Raiders'
Wrath.
Rest, the Raiders' Wrath, and the Raiders' Right. The Raiders' Rest is where all the competitors are lodged and recover. It's a tavern. The Raiders' Wrath is the quartermaster, which is run by the Orc Lady. Brita runs the Raiders' Rest. Oh God, I just forgot. Goda runs the Raiders' Wrath. And the Raiders'
Wait, hold on.
Right.
So there's 3?
Yeah.
There's Raiders' Right, Raiders' Rest, and Raiders' Wrath?
Yes.
Don't you guys have the map open while you
I
play?
wonder why I was confused.
Gotta have your tools, guys.
That makes sense. Okay.
I'm so...
Guys, we need to talk to them about their names, because that's a little confusing. We need to let this town know.
It's hilarious because when I first introduced those, you all thought that was fucking awesome. But now that you're in this shit and you gotta go back
Now I
and forth,
gotta
you're like, well, what the fuck?
Logistical nightmare.
Now that you just broke my brain.
Just to make it easy. Rest is the tavern. Wrath is the quartermaster. And the quartermaster is very important here because, and I'll just go back over this because we covered it when you first got into Rachdale, but it's been a bit. The Wrath is important because normally fighters going into the Raiders' Right are judged on pure ability. So They're armed and armored by the Wrath. She takes care of the smithing and the production of all the actual weapons and armor used in the arena, so that everybody's on equal footing. So you can get a showcase of pure skill versus whoever has the best gear.
Okay.
The Raider's right is the actual physical arena.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'm still gonna get lost. But
Would you like me to share...
Galbrek can't read, so he's probably good.
Okay. Would you like me to revise my creation tracking document and make it a shareable document to help track that?
No, I got it in the notes.
Okay.
No.
Got notes.
Yeah.
And you said Goda's over the raft and Rita is over the rest.
Goda Hammerfall is the quartermaster and the one in charge of the Wrath. Brita Songblood is her wife and in charge of the Raider's Rest.
Okay. I found the map. I got the map pulled up. We're good. We got this. We did it. I hear it.
Beautiful.
Now my brain can put 2 and 2 together. Okay. The other question is, how the fuck does a brothel have a booth? They just got curtains.
I mean, people are coming in from all out of town. They're staying wherever. It's the talent that they're trying to get a piece of.
Yeah, it's just advertising. Maybe they got little massage
honestly,
tables set up.
that's exactly
Just
what
trying
it
to
is,
picture you're
Maximus.
nice and
It's
relaxed.
pure advertisement because the Rose Garden is a fully functional inn all in of itself. So they're just trying to get people to rent a room.
Okay. Alright,
You decide the accommodations.
we're going to the Wrath and we're signing up. We're doing the thing.
All right. So you'll make your way to the Raiders' Wrath. There's no active Raiders there in line to sign up now, but there are quite a few in the training yards loosening up, and you see quite the cornucopia of talent.
What do I see? Who's out there?
Oh, I
flexing
can't tell
their
you
stuff?
that. I can't tell you that. I'm not giving
No
you
one
any
that
surprises.
sticks out from the crowd.
Oh, there's quite a few that stick out from the crowd, but we're not going there yet.
Okay.
Then why bring it? I'm joking. Okay.
Then I guess
Is
we're
he
gonna
reading?
find.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead, Weez.
I was gonna ask if the arena was already like open with people walking in and out of it.
Not like there's nothing going on in the arena. The arena is open for like sightseeing, tourism, everything like that, but there's nothing going on in the arena as of now. The only thing that you could see is members of the guard that you have encountered in the past working to help set up. It almost looks like they're pulling double shifts right now. Half setting up the arena, the other half watching the city.
Oh.
Can I just walk into the arena and just scope it out, have a look?
Yeah, for sure. So you'll go in and you'll see the arena is it's looks like a standard gladiators arena. It's a very wide open space. You can't really see anything going on right now. Mostly it looks like making sure there's enough bench seating in the stands, making sure that everything's in good quality, decor, and everything going up along the sides to make it to truly show what an event this is. And as you make your way through, the one thing that stands out more than most arenas that you maybe have been around, been and seen traveling the country, or you as players would have in your own head, is there's a massive viewing box, which is where you would guess the royal family would sit. And it stands about 12 feet off the ground, as close to front row seating as you could see, from an elevated spot. It's the best seats in the house by far.
Is the ground sand, stone?
Sand and dirt.
Okay.
An absorbent material, but decent enough to have actually like solid footing on. It looks like it's packed in pretty well to where it's not. It'll soak up the blood and it won't be an issue to clean up. but it's not gonna, there's not gonna be footing issues and cost somebody the match because of that.
Okay.
You do kind of feel like it feels compacted, almost as if it's been done, kind of like at low tide on the beach.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'll just have a look around and scope out basically the size of the arena and everything.
Give me a full perception check.
You say full, you mean from everyone?
Oh, who else is with him?
Just record.
I'll go with him.
I figured.
Anybody who's in the arena, give me a perception check.
It's a 10.
Okay, screw it. We're on a sightseeing tour. Wow, that's a slow rolling dice.
Oh, Max.
10. Perfectly average. Honey, stop rolling.
I got a 15.
Okay.
Wow, my needed
25.
dice are
25? So,
dramatic.
Max, Galbrek, and Carritan, you are all pretty overwhelmed with how big this is, and how big, like, this is going to be a big event. With your perceptions, you do notice that there are 4 points of entry that are blocked by a portcullis. So you do guess that is where entering teams or entering combatants would flow in from. You do also notice that there are what seem to be like podium stands for maybe city guards or something like that to like make sure that nothing gets too completely out of control, both in the stands and on the arena floor. Espen, with the 25, you'll notice that it's weird because the compacted sand layer where all of the combat is supposed to happen is about, I would say, I said the royal viewing area was about 12 feet up. I'll make that about 15 feet up, and the layer is sunken in about 8 feet below the front row. So it looks as if, it's definitely sunk down to where it would be almost impossible for any combatants. Like, it's even Max, as enormous as he is, the top of his head is not reaching the lowest guardrail of the viewing area. You also notice that all of the entrances are elevated to that point, and they have walkways that slope down into a approximately, I would say, 50 by 50 area that's flat and level at that lowest 8-foot area, with a ring of what looks to be small holes around. You're not really sure what that is, but it's a pretty unique design.
And when you say like 8 feet, like it is, this one is a circle, and entrances are up here. It kind of sinks down to. Okay.
Yep. So there's a slope from each of the entrances that makes their way down to that flat area.
Okay. And there's small, like, little holes in the wall that's surrounding the arena that I see, but don't know what they are. Okay.
No.
All right. Can I walk up or walk over to one of them, or is there guards?
As you start to make your way, the way I see it, the only way that you guys could get in right now was the sides. You were just like a viewing spectator. As you start to make your way, one of the guards that actually was there when you were done with the marrow stalkers comes up and says, "Sorry, ma'am. I know you guys are probably about to enter, but no competitors are allowed to look at the setup as of now. Apologies, but everybody is to be on equal footing when they enter the arena."
No, understand. It's our first time, so we're just taking a look around.
We are more than excited to have you and your party. We remember what you did with those devilish beasts below the city. We can't wait to see what you can do in the arena.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll be taking on the pot, don't you worry.
My money is on you, so we'll see. I hope so. I'll be a much poorer man if you don't.
Good choice. All right, we'll go ahead and head back.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll head back to Brita, and what the I cannot remember why I don't know why I can't remember her for Goda. I don't know why I can't remember that fucking name. It slips my brain every time I try to think of it.
Did you think of Goaty?
Probably. That's exactly what it fucking is. Okay. So yeah, you are back at the Raiders Wrath for sign up. And you'll see, you'll make your way through. You'll see, I will say the majority of what you're seeing out in the training yard are pretty standard Raider types. You do see a couple individuals that definitely stick out. But yeah, that's about it right now. And you'll see Goda in the forge where you saw her working for the first time, but she's not with a hammer in her hand. She's not working on a piece of material. She's taking notes, and you'll actually see her putting together a bracket.
Sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she'll hear you walk up and say, I was hoping you would be back in time for sign-ups. Welcome home. I'm guessing you had a good bounty.
Have arrived. Is their name already on the list?
Well, I told you I would hold you a spot the last time we talked about games, so I've had my last bracket spot for you. It's a bold claim with champions. I've seen every team that's signed up, and you've definitely got your work cut out for you.
Be nothing. Don't you worry.
We're not afraid of work.
Oh, I know. It's the losing I'm worried you might be afraid of. So anyway, have you got a party name yet?
Ah.
I need something.
I mean, we are a big deal.
A big deal? Really?
We're
I mean, it's clever. I've heard worse. You could be the big deal.
What do we think?
I don't know. Either works for me.
I think it's funny.
I'll tell you what. I'll put the big deal down for now. And
if we're going to just do a big deal.
A big deal? Okay, so if you want to be a big deal, I like it. I think it's cute.
It's not that we want to be, we are a big deal.
Interesting. Okay, I'll put you down as a big deal for right now. And give me a second. I'm going to start printing you off some, I'll start printing off the official brackets, and you'll get my first one.
I love it.
So, you actually see, you remember the first time that you met her, she was a very, very intense, very grumpy individual. And this is the first time she looks elated. Like her blood is singing right now getting ready for this event. Yeah. And the official bracket is now also in your messages. And you'll notice that there are, like I said, 3 rounds broken up, and there's 8 teams that have signed up for the official Raiders Right single elimination tournament.
Guys, there we are.
I love it.
So the first matchup is a team called Terra Firma against the Southern Saviors. The second matchup is a team called the Mountain Lads against a Big Deal. Matchup 3 is the Drekkie Baron Sentinels Guild against the Daughters of the Sky. And the fourth event is the Sanguine Elite against the Nightshade Coven.
Imagine going with Terra Firma. We all know that just means dirt. You're just dirt. Team Dirt. Hey, where's Team Dirt?
Oh, Terra Firma? That's who you're asking about?
Yeah.
They're actually in the yard right now.
All right, I'm going to go say hi to Team Dirt.
Okay.
God.
So you'll go out to Team Dirt.
They're firm dirt.
Well, you'll find so you'll make your way through the quartermaster's things, and you'll go out to the training yard. And where Goda said Terra Firma was training, you'll realize that it's not dirt, it's firm earth that it means. Because there you see what look to be 5 men. They look to be humans.
Nice.
But every single one of them is over 7 feet tall. And every single one of them is about 500 pounds. And they are wielding what look to be the largest warhammers that you've ever seen. They are enormous. And you'll see actually one of them will take, and the scary thing is, they're clearly two-handed weapons, and they are each wielding them like single-handed weapons.
Oh.
One of them will take this massive warhammer and will smack one of the training dummies, and it will immediately just accordion into a flat, almost non-existent pile of wood, straw, and nails.
I gotta get me one of those.
I'm gonna walk up to Maximus, go hit the other dummy like he can't be showing up like this.
Maximus, these 5 human men are all the size of you. They're thicker than you, but they're all your size.
Come on, let him know, dude.
I challenge him to an arm wrestling match.
Oh gosh.
I take.
And we're off the rails.
Fuck! I forget all your names. It's been a minute. I take Galbrek's suggestion very seriously. I walk over. Gentlemen, can't wait to see you in the ring, and I will try to mimic what he does. My work.
Give me an attack roll.
Woo, Team Dirt.
Oi, look at this big fucker right here coming in. What's your name, lad?
Hold on, does guidance work on attack rolls?
Yeah, it does.
I
No.
will give you
Oh, no.
What'd he roll? I can't see it. What'd he roll?
Guidance.
a 9.
I rolled a 9. What's
He
the
rolled a
AC
2.
of?
He rolled
Oh.
a 2 and he has +7.
Plus a D4 because they gave you guidance.
It's a 3 for a total of 12.
All right. So the thing about it is, you don't flatten the dummy, but you do destroy it because the DC of that was 10. So you do thoroughly destroy you don't fully embarrass yourself, but unfortunately you don't mimic the destruction that this massive mountain of a man did, and unfortunately you also have to wield your weapon with 2 hands. But the second that your training dummy explodes in a cloud of splinters and dust, they'll all actually start like whooping and cheering and saying, "Oh, you're a big fucker, ain't ya? Not bad, big man, not bad. What's your name?"
Maximus Stormhearts.
Maximus Stormheart, great to meet you. My name's Lucas Stokeman. This is my brother Tom. We got Marcus over there, and we got Bjorn behind us. He's coming in off the back. We're not used to seeing men of our caliber or size here. It's great to see you, lad.
I'm gonna turn to Carrot. I mean, Team Dirt seems alright, I'll be honest. It seems pretty cool.
They do seem pretty cool.
Where's the rest of your group? Are you by yourself?
Seem like nice dudes, to be
Oh
honest.
yeah, I'm gonna walk
Where
up.
are my
I'm
friends
gonna walk
over
up.
there? Come on, guys. Come say hi.
Oi, friends of Maximus, come here and talk.
I'm gonna flutter myself over there.
Bloody hell, it's one of the weird folk. Shit, I ain't never seen one of you in the real world. God damn.
Oh yeah, so I'm like this.
The way you look at fucking...
Yeah, pretty much.
Bloody hell, I ain't seen one of you lot on this plane in years.
Oh, we're still here.
Oh, that's
Few and far
lovely.
between, but we're still around.
That's lovely to see you, lass. Look at you, it's one of the mountain men. Oh, we thought you was a myth where we're from. It's great to see you. I love this fucking place. I ain't ever leaving. I ain't going back to Jotunheim, I promise you that.
Oh,
Jotunheim!
That's a long
yeah.
way to go for a tournament.
Money's money. We want to hit the sea. There ain't much water in Jotunheim.
Well, unfortunately, you're not going to be getting any money this time because we're.
That's what I like to hear, little man. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, believe it or not, we're actually pretty small where we come from, but we came here, we decided we wanted to be the big show and have a good time. I gotta say,
yeah?
y'all are small and breakable, but you make good food and you make good drink.
Well, I appreciate that.
Breakable. Your hair is sad.
Galbrek goes and starts crying.
Alright, so, we've never been here before, but this seems like a pretty great place. What can you tell us about it?
I mean, we're kind of new to this place too, so we're still figuring it out.
Oh,
But it
great,
seems pretty awesome here.
great. So, we're all kind of weird too, so I'm guessing y'all kind of weird too? Got some cool shit that doesn't just involve
Yeah.
breaking shit?
We are a big deal.
Really? So I can ask anybody and they just know who you are?
Yeah, anybody.
Pretty much.
We're a big deal.
We're a big deal.
You've said it twice now, and I'm not the brightest, but I think that means something.
Yeah, it's our group. We are a big
And
deal.
Godo will walk up and she'll be handing out brackets, and they'll look down and they'll be like,
Oh, that's hilarious. I get it. That's a great
There it
joke.
is.
I love it. That's amazing.
There it
That's
is.
the best I've ever heard. Fucking love it. What point you would drink tonight before we get to the fighting?
Sounds good. We're gonna hold you to that.
Oh, seriously, what? We don't really know much about your Midgard settlements and cities. It's all much, much smaller here than it is in Jotunheim, so could you, we're looking for, we just kind of came here, found a tournament, and said, hey, well, fuck it, we'll figure it out after that. But, unfortunately, we're here. We don't really know what to do, so after this tournament, what should we do? Anybody here looking for work or anything like that?
I'm sorry, it just dawned.
around.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say it just dawned on me that the people from Jotunheim are Australian, and that's hilarious.
You just put that together.
It just dawned on me, and that cracked me up.
what you'll find out about this Dungeon Master is that Cockney, Scottish, Australian, and Russian all kind of sound the fucking same. So if you want to say Jotunheim's Australia, it's Australia. Sure.
I love it.
Going for.
What was I don't know. It just kind of happened. The volume and the volume and the gravel took over before the accent did.
The vodka and that Sonic.
No, I'm leaving it alone for the most part.
So, yeah, I mean, we're pretty new around here also, so we're still learning how things are done this far, or at least I'm still learning how things are done this far south. But
Oh, right. I also notice you guys don't do a lot of, plane or travel. It's kind of a bit of a weird thing here. It's kind of second nature where we're from, but, I mean, if you're all that behind the times, that's fine. We'll figure it out. I think that kind of, we were not expecting to be kind of stuck here. We always thought the option to go home was kind of there, but it seems like, it's a bit of a sink or swim situation. We're going to have to figure it out.
well, I'll tell you what, if you like hunting creatures and saving some lives, go talk to Totko, and they can hook you guys up with some
Oh,
jobs.
shit! Really? They actually
Yeah.
like a guild here for it now?
Let Totko know Galbrek sent you. He'll know.
All right, we'll go see Tatko. Tatko, you said?
Tatko, yeah.
All right.
Call him that.
Call him
Even if
Tatko.
he
Oh,
corrects
he likes Tatko. I like it. See? Helpful little dwarf right here. Love it, lads.
Yeah.
And you'll see all the other the other guys in back just like, yeah, Taco.
Yeah, he'll respect that. He'll like it.
Right,
Even if he
right.
tells you not to. So just keep going with it.
Right. Well, before we go, we do want to say, thanks for your help. You guys have been fantastic. You're the nicest people we've met here yet so far, actually. So, many thanks for that, for not being a prick. But, just to give you a heads up, we weren't the first to sign up for the tournament. We did see a couple others that did. And, the Southern Saviors, we're going to handle them. That's no big deal. Them mountain lads, they're a bunch of little fuckers like you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Short,
okay.
stout, big weapons, big beards. Look great, but, kind of dickheads.
Where are they at?
I think they went to some tavern, some long ship, something.
Okay.
Oh, and if you do see one of the teams that you might see in the final based on this, them sanguine elite fuckers is nasty.
What are they?
We didn't know, we ain't seen nothing like them, but they are fucking mean.
Coming from you? You're 7 feet tall.
I mean, yeah, 7 feet tall, we great, but we also
We like to live with a bit of a smile, you know what I mean? These cunts was just that, cunts.
All right. Well, we appreciate the information. We just got into town this morning, so we're still figuring out what's next.
Quick question. You said that you were stuck here.
Yes,
The
lass.
door closed or something?
Well, I mean,
So,
the thing about a door is, when you go through, you're supposed to be able to go back. But, when you go through a door in Jotunheim to Midgard, it's kind of weird because, how'd I put it? There's a lot more doors in Jotunheim than there are in Midgard. You feel what I'm saying there? So,
I think.
Jotunheim is connected to the other 8 realms through the big tree. All the other realms are pretty sophisticated with that level of travel. Midgard, it seems like it's a little bit behind the times. We actually don't know if there's any official door. However, my old man's a good friend of the squirrel, and we heard he was in a forest not too far from here. So, after we're done with this, I'm gonna go pop up, fuck off to the Blackwood or whatever the fuck it's called, have a little jaunt with him, have a cup of tea, and get my ass home. Or, fuck it, I might just lock it and stay here for a little bit, I'm not sure. Plenty of shit to do for a half-giant.
There you go. Enjoy it while you can. When you see our friend Ratatosker, make sure you give him some scritches behind the ear for us.
Oh, absolutely. I love that little fucker. Unfortunately, like I said, he's good buddies with me old man. Me old man and I are kind of on the outs right now. He's one of the clan heads for, the Colossus Sanctum. What is it? I didn't call it the Colossus Sanctum. What did I fucking call it? I had such a better name than that. Oh, the Colossal Tribunal. He's one of the 12 chiefs.
Oh.
So, unfortunately, with that comes the responsibility of being the son of an important leader, and I said fuck that, and wanted to go fuck off and do my own thing for a little bit.
Understand that. Well, if the need to get back home arises urgently, let us know. We may be able to help.
Oh, you know the fucker too! That's even... Look at this, lads! The nicest group we meet, and they know everything we fucking need! Outstanding!
I didn't say it was a guarantee, but we may be able to help.
Well, I'll tell you what, love. And he'll reach into his pocket and pull out, in his hands, what looks to be a little pebble, a little stone. But he'll toss it to you, and it'll actually fit in the palm of your hand. That is a speaking stone connected to terra firma, your lads right here. So, if we're in the vicinity, or if you want to hang out and get a drink, speak into that, we'll be there to talk with.
Sounds wonderful.
To know.
Thank you.
God damn it, I was so ready for Team Dirt to be so lame, but they're so cool. These guys are chill.
Oh, if you're looking to see the rest of the competition, our group, the Southern Saviors, they went into the district a little earlier. The Mountain Lads, like I said, they went to some fucking tavern, longship, whatever. We were too big to go in there, so we said, fuck it. It's an upside-down boat next to the arena. The Drinking Band, I think that's what they're called. My pronunciation is shit. They're up in the Silver Quarter because, they're a high-ranking falutin guild. They make money so they can stay at the good stop. The Daughters of the Sky, those fucking ladies are rather nice. They're over in the Temple District. They're staying at the house of the Hall of Heroes, the place of Odin. They're staying in there. There's something weird with that bloodline. The Sanguine Elite, like I said, they fucked off, so we said fuck them when we didn't really give a shit. And the Nightshade Coven, they got connections with one of the vendors over in the Rust Quarter, or the Iron Quarter, or something like that. Goldie, I think her name was.
Mama Goldie, by chance?
That's the one. Messes with plants and dirt and shit. Dirt, hilarious coming from us, but hey.
There's all different types. I appreciate the heads up.
Hey.
I'm sorry, man. What was your name again?
Oh, my name's Lucas. Lucas Stoltman.
Lucas Stoltman.
Well.
You are a treasure trove of information.
Like I said, I'm a big nice guy. Just because I like to destroy shit doesn't mean I gotta be a dick.
I'm gonna come find you if I'm looking for answers.
I think we have your calling card now, so we appreciate that.
Well, of course, love. Oh, and again, if you do ever end up heading into Jotunheim, the Colossal Tribunal. Let me just. That's a very important piece of information. So let me make sure that I'm saying exactly what I need to be saying with that. Which page of notes is it? Well, I can't find that page of notes. So we're right down. It's something like Colossal Tribunal.
Okay.
It's important.
And you said Lucas's dad was one of the council?
The Tribunal Colossus. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Tribunal Colossus.
So, the Mountain Lads, does that name ring any bells?
Give me a history check and give it to me with advantage.
Come on, little dwarf blood.
Time. That is a 14.
I need everybody except for Galbrek to deafen, please.
Oh shit.
Okay.
How do I...
Uh-oh!
Here, 1 second.
Spaghetti-o.
How to deafen... What the fuck?
That works.
Alright. So, the Mountain Lads. You know the name the Mountain Lads very, very well. Because the Mountain Lads are the we'll call them the hired fighting force of House Silverhorn, who you haven't heard that name or thought about that name since you've been on the road from Dolrum. But it's the reason you're on the road from Dolrum. The Mountain Lads, you learned before you fled. The Mountain Lads were the main reason that your house was ousted so quickly. Because a lot of them were made up of houses that were supposed to be loyal to yours. But money speaks. Money is power. Particularly in Dolrum. Particularly in the level of influence that your
So they weren't
families-
only involved, they were traitors as well? Traitors to...
The Mountain Lads are who butchered your mother and father. They were the initial invasion force. If the Mountain Lads are here, that's because the only reason that any contingency of the Mountain Lads leaves, as you learned through your time in hiding, is if a member of House Silverhorn is present.
So one of them could be here?
One of them is here.
Alright. Well, this got interesting. Oh,
Yep.
shit.
So now, as we
Okay.
bring everybody else in,
Hello.
the rest of you will see all the color drain from Galbrek's face, and
Oh,
his
no.
joking personality will vanish immediately.
I kind of just slink back a little bit.
Oh.
Hey, Elle not sitting right with you?
Hmm?
Is that Elle not sitting right with you?
Oh, I just need some ale. And I'm gonna walk away and try and find me some drink.
I'm gonna follow him.
Lucas, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Hey, the pleasure's
Catch up.
been all mine, love. If you're in Jotunheim, keep a lookout. Chief Raggan is me old man. Chief Raggan. He's me old man. He's a little lower. In fact, I think he's bottom of the Tribunal Colossus, but that still makes him one of the top 6. One of the top 12, sorry, in all of Jotunheim. So, being half hill giant myself, bit of a half-breed, always ready to get the fuck out of there. He ain't bad. He's a bit of an uptight prick, but he's also the boss, so take it with a grain of salt.
We understand how those can be. So, alright. Well, we're gonna go check in on our friend real quick.
Jeez, love, I'm gonna keep breaking shit. And him and his 3 buddies will turn around and just continue the melee in the training yard.
I'm gonna be following Galbrek, and as I'm fluttering next to him, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna guess you know the mountain people?
Yeah. And I'm gonna be walking towards the tavern that looks like a ship.
Everybody give me a history check. Everybody give me a history check.
Okay.
The beached longship.
No need. Yes. Maximus remembered from his notes. The longship tavern that they're talking about is the beached longship. And that is actually the old fighting vessel of Lord Rita's clan claim.
Yeah.
It is in the center of the Rust Quarter. Or, I think like the southeast edge of the Rust Quarter, near the Raiders' right.
Right at
I
the
did
bottom.
not realize we were rolling to remember that.
I just, if you didn't have any notes written down, if nobody could remember it off the cuff, I was going to see if, you'd been in enough time, Rachdale enough to remember.
Okay.
Galbrek's gonna be sliding his warhammer out in both hands as he's walking pretty.
Oh no!
I'm gonna try and
That's
fly.
not
in
your
front of
ale
him.
drinking hammer, Galbrek. What are you doing?
And I'm gonna be like, hey, I understand that whatever you know of these guys is obviously not good. And you have some kind of revenge mission or something. But let's wait for the arena, because we don't want to risk getting kicked out of the competition or Rachdale as a whole.
Alright, well, when
Let's
we're
go back
in
to
there.
Podco and see what we can learn, okay?
They're not leaving this town again.
Oh
That's
my
fine.
god.
But let's not make any rash decisions.
Alright. I need a drink. You up for a
Fine, here we
drink?
go. Let's go get a drink.
Always.
All right. To the drinks. Are you going to the beach longship?
Is that where the mountain people are?
That is.
Yeah,
No,
I'll
we're turning
pivot.
the fuck around.
I'll pivot.
Okay.
We're going back to Todco.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So, is that the rest? Is that all you wanted to do? Do you want to go back to the midnight rest, or are there other places you want to explore? Or do you want to go back to the midnight rest and then continue to explore? It's about lunchtime.
Well, let's try
About
some of
lunchtime?
this craft stuff. There's the new Frostfire Meadery refreshment booth.
Yeah.
Let's mix it up, guys. Maybe
Wanna
they've
go
got
try
some.
the,
They've got some.
Yeah, well, I mean, if
saisons.
there's just drinks on the street, I'll find the closest stall.
Maybe they have a nice.
I'll be
saison.
like, I got something. Any place that's called Trippy Truffles has to be a good time.
Yes!
Truffle?
Yes!
So let's take our mind off. A, you're not in this alone. We've got your back. Second,
Appreciate that.
before we go mess with them, let's go get ourselves messed up for a little
Let's
bit
go get.
and go have some fun.
All on board for that.
Alright.
I'm gonna find the nearest vendor and just like snag a drink.
Okay.
As we walk around and explore the town.
Tell you what, give me a D10.
Four.
4? Okay. So, as you're making your way through, you see of the refreshment section 5 vendors. One looks to be being set up by a turtle with moss and leaves and mushrooms growing off of his shell with a very wide brim hat. The second you see being put together by a dragonborn and what looks to be something you haven't seen since you left Grey Banner. That's an Idriskin. That is an elemental humanoid. What Watsi would call a Genasi. And it looks to be of the fire variety, whereas the head Elderman in Grey Banner was of the earth variety. So you see this humanoid stretched out, probably about 6 feet tall, but female in feature. Very long, limber limbs and lean of body with a pretty defined musculature. But it looks like it's almost like every movement she makes, like during this setup, you see heat waves coming off. Her skin is almost a burnt orange, and her hair is actually the color of blue and orange fire. And it actually seems to be dancing like fire on top of her head. The Dragonborn is... What did I write him down? Let's see. I spent so much on the fucking planning of this shit that my notes are the most scatterbrained they've ever been.
Galbrek is gonna don the Mask of Many Faces, by the way, and change his face.
Cool.
Into what?
You're so cool.
Just another generic dwarf.
Okay. That's not how it works.
Different features.
I need you to roll me a d12.
Yeah, it's like one of the faces.
I thought we removed the curse from.
You have not removed the curse from it. You have
curse
identified the
yourself.
curse, and you undid the curse on
Okay.
yourself.
That's
So give me a
right.
d12. Give me a d12.
Hell yeah.
Did any of us? No, none of us saw this.
Are we seeing?
Where's my 12? Where's my 12?
Don't I have this in the bag of holding? Wouldn't have you had to get it from me?
Oh,
It is in the bag of holding, so this is a little bit more complicated than you want it to be.
Well, yeah, if it's in the bag of holding, then I'm not going to snag it. I forgot that I didn't remove. I thought I removed the curse from the mask.
No, you were able to unattune without the curse taking hold on you. But
Oh, okay. I didn't remember that.
you are the 13th personality on the mask now.
Gotcha.
And you actually remember feeling, you felt, the liar, the thief, the lady, the noble, the elder, the shaman, the fighter, the child, the sick, the hurt, the farmer, and the savage. You felt,
That's right.
you felt that 13th personality, and it only identified itself as the healer.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, I'm not going to do it then. If that's cool with you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you stay out of my bag of holding.
Yeah. So the Dragonborn you see is actually stark white, not a blemish on his scales, with creepy red eyes.
Ew.
That's the second vendor you see. The third vendor looks to have a bit of a odd booth, because there doesn't really seem to be any goods out. It seems almost to be like an open tent with a stage. And you see a very large, rumbling presence inside this tent, like getting stuff. And you just hear out... and you see a big banner above his tent that says, "The Mountainous Minstrel."
Oh.
Can't really see what's inside, though. I mean, if you want to give me a perception check, you certainly can.
I want to.
That's caught my eye.
I would like
love to check it
perceive
out.
The mountain man.
Oh my
dirty 20.
god.
Dirty 20? All right.
35.
What about
Dirty
you?
10?
Dirty 10? Okay. You two don't see shit, but Espen, as always, nothing misses your eyes. What you see is a large shadowed shape, kind of like sitting on a stool and tuning what looks to be a enormous lute. But it's weird because the head of the lute, the base of the lute, is shaped odd. With a dirty 20, I'd say it looks like Kind of looks like a giant battle axe. It's kind of weird. But you definitely see him tuning and some strings. But you can move past the shadow a little bit. And you can see identical skin tone to the charcoal gray of Maximus. And you can see very intricate tattoos working their way down its arms, all the way up, into whatever bit of clothing you can see. And you can see, bizarrely, a shock of orange dreadlocks tied back into a ponytail. And an orange beard adorning the face. But you can't make any distinctive facial features out besides that.
Shit.
I'm gonna walk over. Nice loot.
Oh, excuse me, miss. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. Very soft-spoken, very quiet voice. And he'll stand up and toe-to-toe with Maximus, about 7.5, 8 feet tall. Pretty lithe for a Goliath, as you figured out at this point. But still, a decent amount of meat on his bones. And he'll walk out, and you'll notice that his loot is a massive great axe. The head of the axe is actually 2 giant blades outside of the drum. So the hollowed out drum is still there, and he's picking on it and making music with it, but you have to see he has to be very careful because that backside is very close to cutting that forearm. And you can actually see a litany of scars covering that forearm where he learned and had to, adapt on the fly or risk losing his arm and losing his talent. And he'll just, gently strum and says, "Well met. Thank you for the visit. I am Lakin Songweaver Thanukigo."
Do I know this guy?
Nice to meet you.
Give me a history check with disadvantage.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Disadvantage.
I roll low anyways. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, I mean, just in case. I mean,
Well, it's a good thing because I got a 7.
what was the first one?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, on a random, okay, you've heard of the Mount. Here's the thing: you don't know them personally. Yeah, yeah,
You're here.
he's here. Our boy has made it.
The music pulled him out of his stare.
Oh,
I'll be right back.
out fucking standing, Ian. Hello.
In the background, I give Artemis one more slap, and it works this time.
This time he takes 1 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
How the hell are you, Ian? Well, he's muted, so let's hope he hops in quick.
Yeah. He's probably still getting his shit figured out.
Yep. But anyway, fuck it, that I hate that. But anyway, so yeah,
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
I'll say you've heard. I mean, giant bards are so rare that it's impossible not to hear about him in your circles and communities.
Right.
You've just heard the name.
What was the first one?
Lakin Songweaver, Lakon, Songweaver, Songweaver.
I got that part.
Clan name is Utheno Kigo, Utheno -Kigo.
Wow, so close. I put an I instead of or 2 E's instead of the I. Well, cool. I've never met a bard of my kind.
I've never met another bard of our kind, my large friend.
I wouldn't. I'm aspiring, but guys like you, it really paved the way, you know?
Well, thank you. It has been a long time since one of our kind met me with such grace and humility. So I thank you.
No, thank you.
Can everybody else go ahead and give me a history check as well, please?
Absolutely.
Natural 20. Let's
Beautiful.
fucking go.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Natural 15.
Okay.
You said history.
Yes, ma'am.
My dumbass just closed Spotify.
So, Galbrek, this is kind of fitting for you because giants themselves are rather legendary within their forging capabilities and their crafting capabilities. And the distilled blood in the Goliath is no exception to that. A lot of the crafted weapons of legend are either dwarven in nature or, for larger barbaric types of fighters, Goliath in nature. They specialize in larger crafted weapons, particularly of a two-handed variety. That being said, an appreciation for the musical arts there is not. And because music is so differing from the arts of warfare that the Goliath have perfected, bards, even traveling warrior bards, such as this skald may be, are normally looked down upon, especially in tight-knit clans. Maximus, Uthenukigo is from the far north of the Northern Isles, all the way, I would say, even past the northernmost border and the Arctic Sea that is up there. They're practically where polar ice caps would be. And my man Ian is here, baby. And to have one this far south is, we will say, it is not unintentional.
Question.
Yes, sir.
With that natural 20, do I know of him, like, specifically, is he considered like an outcast because he's a bard?
You've not heard. I feel like that has to be a separate check because that's a separate, like.
Well, like, is
bit of
his
history.
name known, or is it more of
the
just
same
like
with Maximus? You guys know who bards are. You guys know of traveling acts and everything like that. The Mountainous Minstrel is unique, so I mean it definitely sticks out. It's kind of like, who was?
So I've just got a good grasp on his heritage.
100%, 100%.
Him as an individual.
You know, Uthenukigo is a lauded name for weapon making, and you're guessing that a loot of this variety is one of a kind. One of a kind in the fact that he had to be the one to make it, more than likely.
Lakon, was it?
Lakon, yes. You'll all notice that his eyes have no irises and no pupils. They are stark white all the way across. And you'll notice that he doesn't have a cane when he walks, but he plays like the lightest of lute strings with every step he takes, almost as if he's specifically listening for something.
You make this lute yourself?
I did many years
impressive.
ago. Thank you. I appreciate it. It is one of a kind.
How far? I mean, you must have traveled pretty far to get down here. How long you been traveling?
I find it hard to figure distance anymore when you can't see the destination you're going.
I know that feeling.
But, the greatest journeys are those with no end in sight. So.
What brings you here? You here for the tournament?
Oh, it was Rachdale was going to be one of my stops eventually. The fact that this tournament coincided with it, that's the fates themselves with a sense of humor.
You gonna be playing anywhere specific, or
here? You would be surprised how difficult it is to traipse a city that you can't see the roads, but I have found a comfortable spot here that High Jarl Ritus has been more than gracious. I actually sailed with Ritus back before the royal days of his reign. He's a very old, very dear friend of mine.
I'm wondering if I could maybe inquire about your craftsmanship at some point.
By all means. By all means. I love to share secrets. I actually crafted something not too long ago for several vendors down the road that's, again, like myself and my loot, one of a kind.
I'm gonna pull out a little thing of parchment that I've been drawing up something I want to make.
Okay.
I'm gonna send it to you real quick.
Sure.
I had said so many things and I was muted the whole time.
I was wondering why you were being so quiet over there.
Moments passed.
And you in the back, my avian friend.
No. Hello.
You radiate with unique crafted materials. What is your specialty?
Well,
Oh my god, he's awake.
Yeah. What exactly have I been doing up to now? I apologize.
You've been just 1,000-yard stare, reminiscing about the canoe you made in a bandit's head a day ago.
Okay, sure.
We've been having that scene in Airplane where we've all been taking that shape and you were trying to smack you out of it.
Yeah, sure.
But thankfully, you haven't missed any vendors, so you are caught up with the rest of us.
Okay. So yeah, being addressed, Artemis will kind of snap to a little bit. Specialty. It's a little bit hard to define things down to a specialty. I like to try my hand at anything I think sounds interesting. I like to try to make things that would help people out, or be kind of new developments for people.
I must say, I've not met one of the winged folk in a long, long time. It's been several years since I was blessed with the presence of one of you. And
that's very kind. There's not very many of us out here.
Oh, you are wonderful people. In fact, I think the last time, again, it's hard to remember when you can't see, but I remember it being cold and windy with a slope beneath my feet. I believe I was on a mountain, a very tall mountain, and one of your people was making a descent. Well, the way his wings flapped and the sound of his footfalls in the snow, he sounded larger. He definitely had a deeper voice than you carry. And there was a bit of a predatory tilt to his diction. I believe he was worried that I was an interloper, but once everything was fully communicated, he welcomed me with open arms, and he was wonderful conversation.
Yeah, well...
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Yeah.
Ian?
Sure, gladly. Let me get out my dice here.
We've all been rolling so good tonight. Don't ruin it.
Don't fuck it up.
That's a 14.
14? You're not sure 100%. You know that the 4 avian cities in their circular path over the Northern Isles, they all, the one common crossing point for all of them that would involve mountains is either far to the south, near Rachdale, where you are now, along Emir's Cage, or far to the north. And the winter aspect that he's giving you makes you think that this is probably the Frostbjorn Valley that he's talking about.
Okay.
Which it could have been any of the 4 floating cities that
moved by there.
Yes.
Oh, you certainly are well traveled, my friend.
Oh, someone such as myself must be, or else I'd die very quickly.
Well, I'm glad you've had pleasant interactions with my people. Not
I
everyone
am too.
has.
I am too. I've heard the lovely smell of perfume and floral aromatics a couple booths down from me. I believe there's something called the Rose Garden, not too far from here. I've heard many salacious things, but I've also heard that there's an inn across the street that might be accepting of someone of my very unique talents, even if it's just for a little while. So mayhaps this isn't the last time we speak, and I would love to communicate further if that is okay with you.
Yes, I think we'd all be happy to speak with you again.
I would love that. Did you hand him that design you sent me, Wheezy?
I'll say to him now. Well, where are you gonna be? Playing tonight. We can come catch you play and get a drink after.
I will be where you see me sit.
All right. Yeah, we'll swing by a little later.
That would brighten my day, most certainly. And you'll actually see he'll pick a few chords on his lute, and his eyes will, which have been that unsettling yet beautiful milky white that comes with being blind, they'll actually flash and glow gold. And you'll actually feel it's almost as if he's looking at you for the first time officially. And say, oh, I only get to do this a couple times a day, but I am very glad I did it now. Thank you for a wonderful visit.
We'll see you later.
I will see you as well, my young dwarven friend. Goblinsbane, I believe. Is yes?
Yeah. You've heard of me?
No.
How'd you know my name?
Oh, I mean, when you have nothing to do but think and craft, it's amazing how many spells you can combine between True Sight and Identify.
Ooh. This guy's so cool.
That's a nice trick.
Again, like I said, it is one of a kind. Much like myself. Now, if you don't mind, I do have a performance to prepare for tonight. I hope to see you there.
Be there.
We will.
Enjoy the square.
You as well.
I shall, little carrot.
Thanks.
Okay, and you've seen. I think I've described 4 of the 5 to you guys. I believe. Yes, the Rose Garden, the Frostfire Meadery, Trippy Truffles, and now the Mountainous Minstrel. And as you're making your way through, it's fitting that this is the final one, because this is the one that Galbrek decided he wanted to go to for a drink, not knowing exactly where he was going. But you see a large sign saying the 3 spirits. And for some reason, that sounds familiar and that feels familiar. And it should feel familiar because behind the bar, setting up kegs, setting out glasses, you see a large smile upon pointed ears with flowing blue hair on a skinny, roughly 6 foot tall individual, and goes, "Holy shit! 4 of my favorite people!" and you will see Lugir, your first bartender friend from the town of Grey Banner, with his son, standing there setting up. His son, the last time you saw his son, he was beat to shit, looking rough, looking damn near on death's door. But now, you see Vargir standing tall, about 6'3", probably about 225 pounds, looking like a fully healthy 25-year-old man that you should see. So much better than the roughly 6 weeks ago that you left him.
Volkir, you're on your feet again.
Oh, my saviors! I remember one more. I remember another dwarf. What happened?
He has fallen.
Oh, Valhalla's embrace claws another one, I see.
It has. A good one.
A damn shame. But I'm sure it was as he desired, and I'm sure he went out on his shield, so to speak. But enough of that. Enough sadness. Damn, it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Let's get a drink.
God, please, yes. My first customers. And Lugir will make his way around the bar and wrap each of you up in a massive hug, as tight as his spindly body can be. And he'll actually, as he's making his way through his four friends, he'll see a stout avian little owl.
Just a little guy.
Well.
Hello.
What is lost is also gained. Hello, my small friend.
Hello. I'm Artemis Blatherson. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Artemis Blatherson. That is a beautiful name if I've ever heard it before.
Appreciate it.
If you're traveling with these, you are a truly blessed individual indeed. It is wonderful to meet you.
I feel the same. May I ask how you know my present company?
Oh, these lovely four individuals saved my son from he was a prisoner of war, and they have rescued him and brought him home to me.
Well, it seems they have a trend of doing that. Then it's
kind of
quite
turned
a bit
into a
similar
career.
to how we.
I must say, you are as lucky as you could possibly be if they were the ones who swooped you up.
I certainly feel that way.
Can I roll to hug Lugir just a little too hard because I'm stronger than the last time we saw him?
Of course, absolutely. Give me a strength check.
Oh right, are you wearing the gauntlets?
Can I do guidance?
Of course, you can do guidance. Absolutely.
I'm gonna do 4. I see the intent in her eyes. And I'm just like,
So that is 17.
17. Oh, you definitely you hear his back pop. He's just oh fucking shit. That shouldn't be possible. And he'll squeeze you back as hard as he can. A little overwhelmed with the show of strength, and he'll, as you release, and he, does that, familiar old friend that you haven't seen in ages, just fully extend to get a good look at you. You'll see his eyes flash blue, and you'll just go, oh, that explains it. You fuckers are covered in magical gear. Outstanding. Well, at least we're all making money and prospering. Wonderful. What brings you to Rachdale? Are you? I thought you would have moved on by now. You're still here?
Gonna win the tournament.
to be played.
You're here to win the tournament. Interesting.
Yeah.
I've seen the lists, and I've heard of some of the teams, and you certainly have your hands full. I'm guessing the relationship with Totko kind of popped off.
Yeah, we're a big deal.
He gives us work. We take the work. It works.
Outstanding. Gold is made. That is fantastic. Well, you said you were coming for drinks, and I could not pass up the opportunity, A, to see my oldest, when he arrives, but B, to bring out my many famous drinks and make my money.
Your oldest.
Yes! Yes, Yorhoff is going to be here.
That's wonderful. He's coming home.
Well, he's, it's amazing. I see,
How long's it been?
Oh, it's been 6 years.
Oh wow.
6 years
I
since
can't
I've seen him.
imagine.
We've kept words, but you know, he's a man grown, and like many who sailed with Rita's Clan Gleam, he turned out to be a famous raider in his own right.
I recall.
So I see another face that I haven't seen in years over 2 booths down in Laken. I've already spoken with Lord Clangleam himself. Your half is just one of the final pieces of the puzzle.
Not looking forward to that time in my life when my kids are leaving.
It is.
You have kids?
Oh no.
Yeah, four little ones back home.
4.
4? Well,
Holy shit.
you know, we they're all the same age. I imagine it's different for humans, but we have
Almost
children in
nothing.
clutches.
Oh, a clutch of hatchlings, I see. How old are they?
Around about 11.
How
old are you?
Away from them.
I'm about 43 this year.
Be careful,
How long
be
have you
careful,
been
my
away from
small
them?
friend.
About
That's
6 months or so.
this is the age that independence rears its ever so ugly head.
I'm a little ashamed to say that I was the least bit relieved when I went on that supply run to be free of him for a short period of time, but it's been much longer than I had intended.
Oh, when Vargir here, the first time he followed on his brother's heels, I was happy for peace at home. But as you say, you feel guilty with it.
I'll tell you what, Artemis. We win this pot, we buy a ship, we can head to your home so you can see your kids again.
That's more than gracious. I didn't expect you to escort me the whole way home, but I won't say no to the company.
Hey, I mean, the opportunity's here. And we've been talking about a ship for a while.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
I certainly
is.
appreciate it.
I'd say that'd be an honorable maiden voyage.
Yeah.
So, who enlisted
kind
in
of
the
our
melee?
MO at this point.
So, my friends, who enlisted in the single melee? The team I figured was
Oh,
You didn't?
We didn't even.
what?
We
You
forgot
didn't?
about that.
Yeah.
We did forget.
We completely forgot.
Well, have your drink and run back to the Wrath and fucking sign up.
Oh yeah, it's the first day. It's open until tomorrow. We've got plenty of time.
There's a lot with you. That back going.
We just got too excited. We're a big deal.
Yeah, we are a big deal.
Just
You
a
did not.
question.
You did not make that your party name.
Slap the roster down. in
We're a
front of
big
him.
deal.
Wait, hold on. Is that? I was gonna ask which one of the teams on the list is us, and it's a big deal.
Yeah.
I admittedly railroaded the decision a little bit.
Oh,
little bit.
a little bit? A little bit?
Everyone
It's
was
fine.
stunned.
It's
I
fine.
picked for us.
It's amazing.
It was, oh, I thought we had time to decide this. Oh, we need it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I told y'all last session, start thinking of a name.
You just gotta
And
wing
we
it.
certainly did not.
You just gotta wing it. That's how you
Alright.
land on a good one.
Enough jokes. Who wants a drink?
I do.
I wouldn't be opposed.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. I need everybody to roll me a D100.
Ooh.
Oh, I remember this.
Yep.
It's been a long, long time.
T again.
It has been fun. I don't know how to roll a D.
44!
58.
So
Oh wait.
Write them down.
You want to stop?
Whitney, there should be in the bottom left. The one that looks like 2 dice next to each other. That's the deal.
Yeah, mine only goes up to 20.
It's not on the top.
Yeah, it's farther down. It's not
Yeah,
very
it's halfway
top.
down.
It's like
It's
halfway
in the
down.
middle.
It's two dice next to each other. Yeah.
Fucker.
I got a 1.
No,
Or a
you
100.
No, you fucking didn't.
There's no
Here,
fucking way.
Here, I'll send you a picture. It's the double 0 and 1.
That's
Oh, that's 1 then.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, I said I got 1.
Oh my god.
It's either 1 or 100. I
That
guess.
one on a D100.
Oh my god.
Takes talent.
Luke, you're picking on the new guy.
No, Lugira is going to see that and be like, absolutely not. Not for your first drink. Not for your first
What do
drink.
you mean Luke here sees it?
Don't you all remember the last time it's tied to him, and he's like, the drinks choose themselves. Nobody chooses a drink in my establishment. The drinks choose the drinker.
Yeah.
And
all
he'll
our
see.
characters,
He'll see.
all
He'll
our
see.
characters physically rolled a D100
Yeah.
in front of Luke.
He'll see Artemis walk up, and he could definitely tell the inner turmoil because that's the only thing that would ever give you that. And he'll say, "Choose again, please, for the love of gods, choose again."
What? I don't. Oh,
What's
all
up?
right.
What are you doing? No, are you?
No,
Okay.
after last night, no.
Okay.
Did Thunder Mom get too high last night?
A little bit. Okay. Anyway, give me tallies.
Yes.
58.
44.
Okay.
89!
All right.
25.
So we will start with 25.
Cool.
Cool.
Oh, interesting. All right. So
Okay.
Maximus will start up and
Eager to drink.
yes, eager to drink, and he will actually pull out a very finely crafted glass, and he will pull what seems to be a random bottle from the bottom and uncork the top. Nicely made bottle, but not the greatest that you've seen. And as he pours it into your glass, about 80% of the way up, it is a glowing purple liquid.
Nice.
And then he will pull a what looks to be a water skin, but it's got a weird end to the end of it. And he will squeeze, and you will see a
mixed drink.
nice frothy foam coat the top. That's for you, big fella.
Ah, yes. Beautiful. I'll drink it.
Okay, so I need you to go ahead and give yourself a +1 to your Constitution for the next 24 hours.
Cool.
And the rest of you, as he consumes his drink, you'll actually see wear and tear on his skin, wrinkles, pockmarks, the weary signs of the road fade away. And
That's it I can't get rid of.
And when the
Gone.
glass leaves his lips, Maximus, the gray in his beard is gone. He actually looks approximately 10 years younger than he looks now.
What? Wow.
He looks like a young man.
Damn!
So for the
I
next
feel
for
How
the
was that
next
drink, man?
for the next 24 hours, you appear significant, and you feel like you did back like in your prime, at your best years of your youth, and
I feel great.
you get a +1 to your Constitution for the next 24 hours.
Cool.
If I'm selecting again, can I select that one?
Unfortunately, my friend, the drink chooses the drinker. I just stepped in because I refuse to let that be your first. Espen, what was yours?
58.
58. Oh, okay. Perfect. So he'll see you and say, "Gotcha, love." Turn around, pull a big wooden flask out from underneath his bar. Turn around to one of his numerous kegs sitting behind him. Walk up to one and just give it a boom, 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 pattern knock. Tip the spout, and you'll see a very dark amber ale popping through. Beautiful color. Honestly, a frothy, foamy head similar to a Guinness sitting on top. And he goes, "That one's yours, darling."
Right. She will take an initial sip, smell it.
Nothing happens outside of you enjoy a amazing, dark, nutty ale. It's delicious. It's a little spicy, and it is wonderful.
This is perfect. Thank you, friend.
All right, Corweezy, give me one. Galbrek.
44.
44. Okay. Hold up, I gotta pull up a different table that I was not expecting.
Uh-oh.
I don't think that at all.
Not good sign.
Only
Okay.
you, Lee. Only you.
Yeah, friend.
Okay. Oh, I gotta get back to the description real quick. All right. Oh my God, amazing, amazing. So, he'll actually pull out a very nicely ornate bottle, very similar to the one that Maximus's drink was poured out of, but a little bit more ornate in design, some gold filigree and everything like that. Pop the top on it, and into a extended flute, you will see a very bubbly golden drink extended in front of you.
Cheers. Send it back.
All right, give me a. Where's it at?
Additional roll.
Give me another D100 roll.
I don't think I will.
Too late.
18.
18. Okay, so you actually feel something like happening. Your skin starts to itch, like all around your cheeks and your chin and everything. And the rest of you will look, and it almost as if his beard starts to like get staticky and extend. And then like you'll feel like you'll actually look down at your fingertips, and there seems to be like electricity arcing between them, and you're just like, whoa.
Hell yeah, I'm liking where this is going.
And you'll just instinctively reach out and touch Maximus on the armor, and like a static shock will shock through you, and everything will disappear, like all the arcane will disappear, and you'll feel everything just whoo, and then you'll feel your face.
No.
And you'll feel beneath your fingers that the consistency on your beard feels different. It still feels like
it's still there, right?
Oh, it's still there. It feels like hair.
My God.
It feels like hair, but it's like kind of like hair after you put conditioner in it. And you'll look down, and where once was like a big auburn red, full, lengthy beard is just stark white, long blonde hair, platinum blonde. Braids are gone. Everything's fully extended. It looks like fucking Dumbledore's beard. Long and white. And with it being curled and unbraided, it goes past your belt.
God damn.
And Lugier's just like, excellent. He's like, don't worry, it'll wear off in 24 hours. You'll be fine. You'll be able to be back to normal before you go into the Raiders right and make a fool of yourself. Oh, it feels luxurious.
He just keeps pulling on it the whole time.
Yeah, it's just like, whoa. All right. Carrot.
We don't want to do Ian again?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Artemis.
63.
63.
You're so close.
I know. It's almost a funny number.
They're so easily entertained.
Don't tell me he gets a beard, too.
He does not.
Did you imagine an owl with a beard?
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't picture that.
I'd actually tried to design him as much as I could with the little fuzzy.
Interesting. Okay. All right, he'll come up to me and be like, "That's much better." Okay. I need you to tell me how many of these you want. Roll a d4.
Why ask?
Yeah, just
2.
2?
2.
Interesting. Okay, so he'll actually pull out 2 bottles, roughly the size of a beer bottle, with a nice cork seal on them. Pull them out, and you'll immediately just be assaulted with the smell of berries and honey. And it smell even for an avian citizen who doesn't normally partake in this sort of vintage, it smells fantastic. And the second that it hits your lips, it's weird. You've been drunk before. It's been a minute. You know, the responsible father in you is like, these opportunities are few and far between. But you do remember what it's like being drunk. And when you're drunk, it's bizarre because you're supposed to get dumber, but you feel the more liquor that hits your tongue, the smarter you get. So, by the time you're finished with these 2 bottles, for the next 10 minutes, I need you to increase your intelligence by 4.
Can it go over 20?
Yes, it can. So whatever.
Can I go up to 24?
Yes, 24.
What number is that one? What did you roll?
63.
63. Are you just going to make a note that that's what you want to get?
I gotta remember that one. That would be clutch for my boy Galbrek.
And after,
how long did you say this lasts?
That only lasts for the next 10 minutes. But for the next 36 hours, you gain an additional spell slot of your highest level.
Daggone. I'll take that.
That, my friend, is why I said roll again.
Yes. I could see the logic in it now.
Don't get me wrong, you're still drunk. So, like, you're going to be struggling and stumbling a little bit, but you feel real good.
I'm just zoned out. The weight, like the knowledge of the cosmos is like flowing through my brain.
All right, and finally, Carrot.
89.
80, the higher the better. Usually. That's interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay. So it's darling. All right. He'll reach down and pull out, and you'll see the bottle he pulls out is fully covered in wax, with a skull and crossbones and devil horns on the front. And he goes, "You asked for it." And he'll pour you a single shot of a deep, dark, almost blood red whiskey. And for the next 15 minutes, your intelligence goes down by 4.
Welcome to the club!
My intelligence? Oh, not my intelligence!
Yep. So, all right, my friends, drinks have been drunk. Go sign up for the single melee, and I'll see you later this week.
Hi.
Thank you very much.
Right?
My pleasure, my loves. Now go. Shoo. I'm not done setting up.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
See you
It's
later.
a pleasure to meet you.
Au
Wait, where are
revoir.
you staying?
I don't know yet. Haven't gotten that far. Probably in the salt quarter, so I can be there for your off.
Okay.
Good luck, my friend.
See you around.
Adieu.
Bye, friend.
Oh, I love blue beer.
He's a sweetie.
All right, so you got that drink you so desperately needed. By the time you get back to the Raiders' Wrath, your intelligence effects have worn off. So you're back to smart or slightly dumber. And you are back at the Raiders' Wrath with Goda.
I'm gonna walk up to her and be like, we realized that when we were here earlier, we were so excited about the team fights, we didn't sign up for the singles.
Ah, yes, a common mistake. Yes, those are obviously open. Absolutely.
Please.
Sign us up.
Fantastic. How many?
How many?
Do all of you want to participate?
Can I?
Yeah.
I think I might take, instead of doing the fight, I might take the time to go buy some crafting materials.
Oh, you have 3 days? This may let us start for another 2 days.
Okay.
Just as a lore question, are these typically like fights to the death or anything? They're just exhibitions.
They're not normally, but you can die.
I'm really torn.
Here's the thing. You have to understand, the single combat is just that, single. So if more than one of you enlist, if you make it far enough, you will fight each other.
Well, I'm absolutely in then.
Well, dang on it, now I gotta. What my character would do be damned. I'm signing up.
That's either going to get them all in or get 2 of them in. Wonderful. Excellent. So all 5 of you, really? You are the only guild that has all 5 of its members fighting.
We are a big deal.
Interesting.
What other guilds have signed up for single combat?
There have been, so far, let me check my lists. One of the Mountain Lads, 2 of Terra Firma, Lake and Songweaver. Oh, by the gods.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to have to double check that. And, Scald of the Daughters of the Sky.
Whoa, what was the double checked one?
Yeah, hold on.
This can't be correct.
What the?
Apparently, Lord Redis has signed up.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Who?
So, right now...
This whole thing, like, for him?
Right now,
Do you control the brackets?
Oh, it's not a bracket. It's a free-for-all melee.
Oh,
like we all fight at the same time?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Every single combatant in one arena at the same time?
Every single combatant will be, okay. You know what? Since you wanted to learn about this, there are 20 competitors.
Oh my god.
And you will be fighting 1v1 with a roll of a d20 as to who you're going to fight, with numbers being eliminated during, as combat is resolved.
So what you're saying, like, we'll roll a dice to see who we come up against.
Yes.
But it's like a free-for-all, everybody's fighting in the same time.
Yes.
Could we potentially, as a team, decide to work together and then turn on each other afterwards?
Well, here's the funny thing. You could roll each other very early. But, the mechanics of...
The question is, are we in any control over... Is it against the rules or frowned upon if we decide, hey, let's just go kill
if everybody's in the arena at once, why can't all 5 of us just, blast the Lord of the Land?
If you're lucky enough to be positioned next to each other, yeah, I'll consider that.
Cool.
But you've got to remember, people are going to be randomly assigned fighting you as well. So if you try to help out your teammate, you might get your shit stomped.
So it is as far as in the context of the world itself, like we are being assigned somebody to fight in the thing, or it's just who we.
Yes, behind the DM screen, I am going to be controlling the matchups. It is all going to be random, but you're not going to be like now. Initially, you're not going to be able to be like, oh, I'm going to go fight this guy because somebody's going to be engaging you as well.
So I want an initiative list, 20 people long.
Yeah.
I mean, with a map, 100 by 100.
You might. We don't know yet. Who knows? Who knows? But as of right now, and this is back to Goda. As of right now,
so fucking long.
Other guild members that are going to be fighting are Lucas and Thomas Stoltman.
Cool.
Magnar Silverhorn. I'm assuming the 5 of you Lakin Songweaver Uthenukigo, Redis Clangleam, and Scald. Those are the ones that have signed up so far. You've also got to understand, guys, there is a very high possibility you just get matched up with another standard raider instead of one of these, exceptional fighters. So some of you might have easy matchups out the gate. Others of you might roll a fucking demon to fight out the gate.
Sick.
Well, we're all signing up then, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
boy.
I was not
Sure.
expecting that at all. Okay.
Well,
You didn't expect all of us to want to do this?
I was thinking like 1v1. Some of you aren't that great.
Ouch.
like flying
Wow,
isn't prohibited,
straight
right?
from PM.
Oh, flying. Interesting. No. Group
No to
combat.
flying, or-
Group combat is very different from single melee combat, and this is Goda explaining the rules. So, the single combat,
Thanks.
I will be equipping you with our weapons. It'll be very similar to what you're accustomed to, unless you're a spellcaster, little one. Magic is allowed if it's an innate ability, such as, the spells you're accustomed to. But the weapons you will be given are the weapons that I have made.
Cool.
Sounds
Okay.
like bullshit.
I feel like I'm being called out.
So that, again,
I need to do it out of spite now.
again, the only reason that we've not done this before is because the last time we've had combats, there was one flyer, and it was given a distinct advantage. As of now, if my math is not wrong, we're looking at 6. So the rules might be alleviated to meet these new parameters. I am telling you what has been done in the past. The two of you, as far as I know, fly. Based on what I've heard from rumor, you have a third party member that could transform into something, which is allowed because it is an innate ability. It is not a magical item. One of the Stoltman brothers claims to be able to fly. We're not sure about that. Lord Redis has air capabilities, and Scald of the Sisters of the Daughters of the Sky has flying capabilities. So, you are not alone. We may alleviate the rules because of that. That will be up to Lord Redis and Kynan, and we will adjust our fittings accordingly. But for the team melee, for the actual Raiders' Right tournament, everything that you go into battle with is what you carry on you as of now. You will be able to use your equipment, your abilities, with no limitations until the final person of either party falls unconscious, or, in some cases, deceased.
If
Sounds good.
Well,
a friend of ours falls, do we have the right to be able to revive them?
If it is within your capabilities, absolutely. Again, you are able to use your full arsenal at your own disposal throughout the group melee, the group combat. The single melee, if you fall, you are listed as individuals. If you assist another fighter or combatant, you will both be disqualified.
No.
Maybe I should stay out of the single combat then, so I can revive people if needed.
I
Remember
do have
now.
a que-
Remember now, this is not fatalistic. We are not sadists. Every combatant knocked unconscious will be healed to full capacity before they leave the Raiders' Right.
Oh.
Deaths are not going to happen in the first combat. The group, unfortunately, there are too many variables, and at the same time, that is what the recruitment is pulled for. Incoming parties do not want to recruit raiders who fall in an arena. So, if they die in group combat, unless they're revived by their party, they die. Such is the way. Such is the massive graveyard we have in the Temple District.
Seen it pretty up and close.
So,
Unfortunately, we have.
question, like, just mechanically.
Yes,
If
sir.
somebody goes down unconscious, right? Are like we talking full death saves, everything? Like they're rolling for it?
No,
every
they will
turn?
immediately be done. They will immediately be done. Stretchers will come in, that combatant will be removed, and combat will continue on later on.
For everyone else.
For everyone else, yes.
So the only way you die is if you take enough points of damage to just die outright.
Even then, that will not happen. There's
But
not
you're talking
gonna,
about the group combat.
in the group combat, that's different. Those are no stretchers come in until all the combat is done.
Okay, so if you go unconscious, you do begin bleeding out.
Yes,
Okay.
in the group combat. Single melee, no combatants are going to die. They have taken multiple preventative measures to make sure that doesn't happen.
Sure. Okay. Well,
I cannot believe all 5 of you are signing up. That's amazing! I love it. Fucking love it.
Well, you offended me.
I expect we'll come into conflict on our journey, and it's best to bolster oneself up in a controlled environment, I think.
Wonderful.
I don't want another accident.
Alright. Well, we're all signed up for that. When's that take place?
2 days.
So it's the day before the team event?
It is the following order of operations is what's happening. The official celebration begins tomorrow. Vendors are all set up. Everybody will have their goods on display, and the city will be fully open to all citizens and visitors. Those will go on for 2 days. The day after so we have day 1, vendors. Day 2, vendors, full city open, tavern, everything like that. Day 3, single combat. Day 4, single elimination tournament. Day 4 through day 6, there will be one massive, there will be one round of combat each day, with the final taking place at sunset of the 6th day. With day 7, with day 7 being a massive jubilant feast, celebrating Air Magni and his ascension into adulthood.
I'm gonna go find Thorgrim.
Okay. If everybody, we've been going for 2 hours, so if everybody wants to take a break, let's do 5 minutes. We'll come back, refill our drinks, take a pee, and we'll be right back. Sound good?
Mm-hmm. That's good.
All right. BRB.
Again, I apologize for being so late.
Chris Mayer, thanks for hopping into chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. How's everybody doing? Everybody feeling okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Jeez.
I've missed you guys. Who did Artemis with a beard?
No, Weezy did.
Yeah, I was curious what an owl with a beard looked like.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Alrighty, so signups have been made. Introductions have been made. What would you like to do?
I want to go window shopping.
Go shopping.
You are more than welcome to go. You are more than welcome to go window shopping.
Awesome.
If you want to split up, we can individually do everybody if we want to, or we can all go as groups. I don't care.
Group window shopping?
Whatever's fine.
Then we don't skip anything on accident.
Can Espen just look around and see if there's like any like one item that just kind of like pops out, or one vendor that pops out or something like that?
Oh
Something
yes.
that catches.
Oh yes. Okay. What exactly are you looking for?
I don't know. Is the problem? There's just this is kind of like back in her.
You just came from the closest to you is the we'll call it the what's a good name for like a high-end market? The boutique section, we'll call it, of the stalls, and the offerings are closer to you than your normal stomping grounds, Tamara, Godey, and Thorgrim. So if you want to check out, am I railroading you into checking out all the vendors I worked my dick off on? Perhaps, but...
So, I want to look down at the flyer.
Yep.
And I'm going to say to the group, I want to check out Abracadabra.
Abracadabra?
Definitely.
I have a question, Jake.
Yes, sir.
So, all the treasure that they found in the Beholder lair, I didn't take a share of that. What D&D Beyond by default gave me 15 gold to start with. Do I have any gold at all?
What gold does everybody else have?
A lot.
Yeah.
3,700.
I have 5,000 because I haven't spent any of it yet.
37, 5. What about you, Carrot?
4,700.
47. What about you, Espen?
Same, 4,700.
Congratulations, Artemis. You have 4,750 gold in your inventory, based on the sales that you made before your capture. And we will say that part of your recovery and rescue was getting your funds and goods back.
Okay.
Your crypto paid off.
4,700, you said?
Yep. Congratulations. You passed go enough times to give yourself all the money.
Bird coin.
Hold on.
Oh,
I have 6 platinum and then 4,700 gold.
So you have 4,760 gold.
Yeah, it sums it up in the top in gold points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you
One
for
platinum is 10 gold.
Okay. Okay. I was
No wonder
very
I can't
confused with
fly
that.
home. I got too much gold in my pockets.
We ignore coin weight in this campaign, sir.
Yeah, boy.
So where are we going?
Very cute.
Oh shit! I put inked intricacies twice on there. Intricacies. That word. Boy. That word is not dyslexic friendly. That bottom one is not supposed to be inked intricacies. That is supposed to be the roving rapscallion. So I will update that.
Wait. Okay. We have the roving rapscallion under adventuring. Okay.
Magical offerings, I think.
Yeah, it's the bottom one. Instead of that second inked intricacies, the roving rapscallion.
Oh, but that is
So now
already
building
in.
already on there.
there twice
No, it's
too.
what? I'm
It's
looking
under
at
It's on adventuring.
Huh.
It's the last one in adventuring.
Maybe I meant to delete that second one and I didn't.
Please hold on.
1, 2,
Make sure I'm not missing anything.
5,
I like the idea it's 2 tattoo parlors across the street from each other.
With the same name?
Yeah, but they're competition.
There's 14.
Dueling
Or the
Yes.
owner's thinking he's got a franchise, but he
They're
doesn't
both-
understand.
He's got a franchise, but it's just the next building.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Duncan's in New England.
That's
There's
fantastic.
3 of them.
He doesn't quite understand what a franchise really is.
Okay. Make sure I'm not tripping. Yeah, I was supposed to eliminate that last inked intricacies.
Why aren't
So
my sales increasing? I franchised.
yeah. So you've got for magical offerings, the
2
speakers.
locations should be twice the money.
Yeah. You've got the speakers, you've got Abracadabra, you've got Scribbler's Sanctorum, Inked Intricacies, and Fortune's Folly and Favor.
Abracadabra. Abracadabra.
I'm more than happy to go there. That sounds fine.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Yeah,
doing?
the name's got me curious. Yeah.
All right. So, you start making your way back to Abracadabra, and it's a very nice made tent, but it seems like a tent from a different region than the Northern Isles. It definitely doesn't match any of the aesthetic that's being here. It's made of like a lighter tan material, very flowing, whereas it's very bland and gray and stiff in the Northern Isles. This is much more curvature to it, very elegant. And as you're window shopping, still in the middle of setting up, but you will see a very ornate, heavily runed table with different gems and arcane focuses in different corners. And working this table with arcane energy flowing beneath her paws, you will see a roughly 5 foot tall tabaxi.
Oh no.
Khajiit has wares if you have coin.
I was thinking the same thing. I was gonna say, if this tabaxi's named Maik, I'm gonna lose my shit.
It's not that good. It's not that good. I apologize.
Mittens.
Welcome, adventurers. Welcome to Abracadabra. I am Chiba, your vendor extraordinaire for all enchanting services. What can I do for you today?
Enchanting services.
Yes,
What does that
ma'am.
entail?
It means everything mundane and unextraordinary you have, I take and make it the opposite for a small fee, if you will. Would you like to peruse the menu and see what Chiba's wares have to offer?
Yes, please.
All right, 1 second.
I'll look over at Carrot while she's doing this and be like, you always have to go track down your daggers.
I do.
Maximus sneezed because he's allergic to cats.
Uploaded image.
Warp.
Oh, wow. What?
Unit price, excuse me?
Alright, I'm saving up 16,000.
For Warple?
Oh, yeah.
What's flare?
You greedy,
Bottom.
greedy.
Ooh.
Any questions you might have, let Chiba know, and she will answer with the best of her ability, which is quite extensive.
So these are all enchantments that she can put on items we have?
Darling, these are enchantments that will replace current enchantments or shall go on unenchanted items. So if someone gave you a rather mundane item that had no special qualities to it, Chiba shall make it extraordinary.
Don't mind me as I Google every single one of these.
Don't do that. I've got it specific. I'm just pulling up the document.
Yeah, bro.
My bad.
If you've got questions, you ask Chiba, not Google.
What is
I didn't want you to
flare?
have to go through them all.
Flair. Flair is my own special twist where I feel the essence of what it is you give me, and I put a little spin on it.
I don't like that.
Well, I don't like you, big, tall, ugly man.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Could you, by chance, take something that is extraordinary and make it unextraordinary?
A removal,
gonna look
if
at-
you will.
I'm gonna look at Galbrek and be like, the mask.
Explain, darling, explain. Bring me up to speed, please.
I kind of wanted to hang on to it.
Okay, then we don't.
Thinking I'm gonna
Fair
hang
enough.
on to it.
Fair enough. Anything else?
However, so is it 600? Was it 640 for the spell storing?
Yes, sir.
You think you could do that to this shield? And I'm gonna pull out my shield and set it down.
Oh, I could do much to this bad boy. Who made this? Did you make this, or did somebody else make this?
I made this.
Oh, my handsome dwarf, you are a wonder with a hammer. And what's the shield made of?
Great question. I've had it since the beginning of the campaign, so I'd always assumed it was metal.
No, I'm saying what type of metal. Does it specifically say on the shield?
It just says a shield made of wood or metal and is carried in one hand.
Okay.
Wow, come on. Your dwarven knowledge doesn't
Give
tell
me-
you what kind of metal it is.
I've always thought about it's just iron or something.
Okay.
Roll a d10.
Hold on. Give me...
Stone to the bone.
Okay. Go ahead and go ahead and give me a dexterity check, like a crafting check. So dexterity plus your proficiency.
Uh, 18.
18. Okay. I am going to go ahead and say that you made this out of
Coriander.
Cretonium. So this can handle up to enchantments that are of the 2560 variety.
Oh, interesting.
So a level 2
Get
enchantment.
the big ones we want.
Oh, nice. So, like, what does a level 2 spell storing do?
Well, the spell storing is simply a +1 enchantment. And that, let me pull up my table here, and I will tell you exactly what it does. So, the spell storing, cast a single targeted spell no higher than 3rd level into this weapon or armor, which will be cast by the weapon. So with your shield, that's what I'm considering it, because it's a shield, you can do it. So it will be casted by your shield. So essentially, it's like a ring of spell storing. And essentially, if you basically make a punch or anything, it will cast the spell as a bonus action. So, say you wanted to put a Revivify onto your shield and have it there ready. Because it doesn't go away on a long rest. It goes away on usage. And that spell slot, defibrillator shield. That spell slot is always there. So if somebody goes down, back up, done.
Yeah.
And it's a bonus action.
You're welcome.
because the flavor, the flavor that I'm giving this is that, because of the actual storing, that's the casting of the spell. So when you do store the spell, you are going to use the spell slot, but it's like that ring of spell storing. It's held there for when you need it, and the bonus action is the release of that spell. So again, in your hands, defibrillator shield's a big deal.
Yeah, and I assume that, like, how long does the spell cast on the item stay stored just until a long rest, essentially.
Until you use it.
So I could put a spell into it like today and have it. If I don't use it, it'll be there on the day of the tournament. For
Correct.
example. Cool. Yeah. So that's what I'm aiming for.
Artemis, you have a question?
If Galbrek goes down and he has Revivify on his shield, could somebody else use the
It is
spell
tied.
that's stored in
It is because it will make the shield require attunement. It will be tied to the wielder.
Will the spell that's in there stay there if the next person attunes to it? Like if he put Revivify in there and I spend an hour attuning to it.
I'll say that if somebody else has it done on their item, he could do it, but it will go away at a long rest.
Okay.
Okay.
The big thing is it's attuned to the spellcaster, is what gives it that ability to maintain. But if he does it for somebody else, then that person will have to use it within an 8-hour period.
Okay.
Ozzy, you dying on me or what?
No, I'm sorry. Just rocking.
Making sure I'm not losing my man over there. All right. Any other questions?
Yeah. Well, I guess third now. I was looking at speed and wild.
Yeah.
And will these prices matter what we're upgrading? 'Cause just with the shield.
Well, here's the
quantity
thing.
that it goes up to.
Here's the thing. Certain materials have different
Thresholds.
thresholds. Yes, exactly. So only certain material, like a lot of the stuff that you guys are working on right now, could only do like a level 1 or a level 2 enchantment. But you have an extremely talented smith in your party. As he elevates his ability and starts making gear for you, enchantment windows open. Because if you'll see down there at the bottom, what I was supposed to put in and forgot, because I was prepping 1,000 things at once, is a tutelage price for 8,000 gold. Basically puts you through put someone through a, a master class on enchanting.
Huh.
Interesting.
That's
That'd
certainly
be awesome.
That
Consider
will
that.
take, like I said, 8,000 gold and roughly a month.
God dang.
Okay.
Chop chop,
I
darling.
won't bother.
Chop
I
chop.
won't bother you with speed and wild now then, because I won't have the equipment to do it. Lucky, is that just a single luck point on a weapon?
Aha! Lucky. That is very popular with many of the martial interactions. What it means is once per day, if you did not strike as true as you desired to, you get to try again.
Oh, I think I need that.
What about returning?
Critical thinking, darling. If you throw a weapon, it returns to you like mighty Mjolnir itself.
But does it last for like a certain amount of turns?
That is a permanent fixture.
Is it end of attack or end of turn?
It is a reaction to, a bonus action to call it back to your possession.
Gotcha.
Oh,
That wouldn't be too bad. I do have something that does that, but it's a whole freaking action.
Well, for those of you of a less dexterous arsenal, it's like, say you, my giant friend, if you threw that massive weapon upon your back, I would hope that you could catch it, because if not, you are in trouble.
Alright, well, I'll stick to my own return.
So for larger weapons that are not of a finesse variety, it would require a dexterity saving throw.
Forget that, my -1 dex.
Please, I'm open for business. And you are my only customers of the day. My time is yours. Ask anything.
Sure. Let's jump in a couple of these.
You, my giant friend, you may not like the returning. It might be a little too risky. However, there is the cleave enchantment that I believe might appeal to you.
Nice. Tell me more.
So essentially, when you land a killing blow that is excessive for what is needed to put down a creature, your swing carries through into the next adjacent opponent. Bypassing armor, bypassing anything, resisting its way straight into the meat and bits of your enemy.
I think I better get that. Or do I? Let me think. Someone else ask your question.
Curse spewing, but I definitely see it as curses spewing, like pew pew. Your wild enchantments.
Yes,
What
darling.
does that look like?
Oh, the wild. The wild is, it's wild, we'll say. So, with the wild, I assume you are especially connected with nature?
A little bit.
Fair enough. What this means is, when you are in a transformed or altered state, as someone of druidic nature would be in animal forms, you still get all the bonuses and additions of your currently equipped armor. So, all of a sudden, you become a grizzly bear with plate armor.
All right.
That's a buff grizzly bear.
What's the speed on the weapon?
The speed, means no matter what, every time you go into combat, every round of combat, you swing with an extra attack, no matter what.
Wow.
I did like that. That's what I thought it was.
So
Everybody becomes a fighter, essentially.
Does that mean every attack gives you 2, or if you already have extra attack, it gives you a 3rd?
Gives you an extra one.
Out of curiosity,
Holy crap.
So if you have 2 attacks per round, now you have 3.
That's busted. That's so cool.
can Galbrek throw his shield like fairly hard? Like, could I do damage if I chucked my shield?
Captain Goblin's back.
Absolutely.
Goddamn right. You're already in my brain. Because if I do returning, can I do returning and spell storm?
You've asked a very important question. Can you stack abilities? And the answer is, with certain metals, you can. With your shield, perhaps. However, with the quality of metal your shield is made from, there is also the potential for destruction.
I can make another one. I think it's worth trying.
Oh my gosh! Imagine putting
Interesting.
fireball into the shield.
Just chuck that shit. This is gonna be so sick if this works.
We shall try. That is... The problem, darling, is with... I am extremely capable. However, I am also limited by the materials that I am working with. So, for the risk that would take, you are looking at an additional 1,000 gold minimum, no matter the material that you're working with. The total for that would be, I am guessing you want the spell storing and returning, yes?
Yes.
So, that is 2 plus 1 enchantments. You are looking at 1,280 in total price for that alone. An additional 1,000 gold for the attempt and an additional 500 gold for the time spent due to lost business.
So 2,000...
2,780 is what you're looking at.
780. I feel like it'd be so worth it if it was.
If it works, if it is worth it, I will put my stamp of approval 1,000 times over. If it does not, that is on you, sir.
Fuck it, we're about to be rich anyways. I'm doing this.
I love your confidence, my stout friend. Anyone else?
What's the difference between the Defender enchantment and the Resistance enchantment?
Let me see. Ah! So the defending enchantment, the level 1 enchantment, yes, for the weapon? That is the one you want to go? That is very, very interesting indeed. If I put that on an upgraded weapon... God damn it. 1 second. Oh, my dog rang the bell. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. You guys keep talking.
Okay.
Captain Goblin's Bane is going to be a thing. We're going to be yeeting this shield at people.
Yeah, you just gotta find like a spell that you can't normally cast it. Inflict wounds. On, like,
There's all kinds of options.
Oh man,
There's all kinds of options.
Hell, just throwing a defibrillator shield would also be hilarious. Clear. Phew.
I'm so hyped. This is gonna be dope.
I think I'm gonna do returning on my daggers.
Definitely.
I'm gonna have to
Do
worry
you
about it.
have?
So I'm supposed to have the dragon tooth dagger in my bag of holding
Okay.
because we didn't want to use it until we figured out what it did. But then we figured out what it did, and then we couldn't figure out how to get it into D&D Beyond.
That's right. I gotta still make it.
The same thing with the rope that I've been carrying the whole campaign.
What's it called
Oh.
again? Dragon Tooth?
Yeah, dragon
Yeah.
tooth dagger.
That was the rope that we
The
got
unbreakable
from...
rope from rescuing
Yeah.
Lugir's son.
I forgot about that.
Yep, it's in the bag of holding, supposedly.
Good.
It's just not a D&D Beyond.
Good to remember
Did-
for
did-
a group game, though.
Did Jake say what the stats were on it?
The rope?
What's up?
The dagger.
The
What's up?
dagger. He did when we identified it. We're talking about the dragon tooth dagger that we got.
Oh,
when we got that book.
yeah. That should be on D&D Beyond.
It
Okay, so it
is
is.
somewhere, but it's not. We haven't.
It was
I
a
don't-
book that Weezy said he was going to buy, so I never made it.
Yeah, and then we also need to make the rope that we got from rescuing Lugir's son.
That's
Unbreakable.
essentially just like an indestructible.
Pretty
It's
right?
mix
Yeah.
an immovable rod with a length of rope, essentially.
Yeah.
It's indestructible
Yeah,
and it holds it in
and all the
place.
things.
Spooky.
I did. I'll have to go back and watch those episodes.
I'm just gonna take Lucky
It's showing up.
on my Warhammer.
Lucky on the Warhammer. Wonderful. Brilliant assessment, my man.
When I Google it, it says it's from the Tyranny of Dragons.
It's either Tyranny of
yeah,
Dragons
yeah.
or Horde of the Dragon Queen, one of the two.
Yeah, I found it. I'll snag it.
You were in the process of telling us what the difference
I was.
Says I
Sorry
already
about that.
own-
My dog did not have to go out. My dog needed help going up the stairs because at some point in the
Aw.
past month, he has taken a spill and is scared to death of the stairs now.
Oh, poor buddy.
Yeah, 95-pound Labradoodle rolling down the stairs is apparently a traumatic experience.
Oh, poor buddy.
So, anyway, darling, the defending dagger. This is. It seems you have a smith in your party. This might be one for down the road if you like a teaching option. However, the defending option for a weapon is if it is a master-crafted weapon or an enhanced crafted weapon with a buff to damage or a buff to protection. The buff to damage with the weapon, you can allocate that additional buff to protection or your armor class instead. So say you have a dagger that does an additional point of damage or an additional point of attack. So a +1 dagger. You can allocate that +1 to your armor class instead and have a regular dagger to attack with.
Do you have to be wielding the weapon to do that?
Yes, you do.
So I couldn't just have a dagger on my belt.
It is done once per turn, so you will sacrifice it during combat for the buff to armor.
I see. And the resistance?
The resistance, which one is that? That is the level 2 for armor. Yes. The level 2 for armor resistance. You gain resistance to a chosen type of damage while wearing this armor.
Interesting.
It's like a vaccine, but better.
Very
Dragon's
interesting.
Delta's in there now, by the way.
You the man, Wheeze.
Thank you.
Come, chop, chop.
Oh,
What else could I offer thee?
Oh, maybe I
I
should
think I'm good.
fucking double down on something.
You, my dwarven friend, you seem very adept with crafting abilities. I am not
Appreciate
in
you noticing.
Rockdale. I am not in Rockdale often, and I am not in Rockdale for long. However, I see a certain crest upon thine armor that piques my curiosity a bit.
The Dwalin?
Yes, sir. He's not from where I'm from, but he is known and respected. So, I shall make thee a deal. You purchased the enchantments on the shield. I am what is known as a master craftsman in my field. A friend of mine, Thorgrim Shieldbreaker, is in this city as we speak.
I've worked with Thorgrim.
I imagine you have. Therefore, for an additional 1,500 gold, I will put you through the expedited version of my class. My class appeals to those with no skill set. However, those with certain skill sets, such as your own, learn and adapt quickly, which means I make money faster and you gain skills faster.
I would, but I can't afford it anymore.
Really?
I'll give him 1,500 for it.
That's a shame. Oh, a party member understands investment. Interesting. How the turntables.
Well, it's always valuable to see the development of a fellow craftsman.
I'd appreciate
Fellow craftsman. You are one
it.
as
Make sure
well.
we put it to work.
Oi?
Interesting. If you throw the 1,500 gold in, I will show him techniques that allow for an assistant to make his chances of success better.
I'd be interested in that, I think.
Appreciate it.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Now, my young student, the money is upfront and non-negotiable and non-refundable. Everything else is upon your own skill set and your own retention. I make no promises as to success, but you have all the skill set to be done, not in a month, not in a week, but in 3 days of expedited time, which, as you will see in my tent, and you'll see behind her, a very ornately done tent that's not done in the same style as her current setup. As you can see, a fellow vendor has set me up with something unique, one of a kind, he said, that halts the flow of time outside while it passes normally inside.
Some
Are you telling me this is a, hyperbolic time chamber
it's
forge?
an artist tent.
It's an artist's tent.
That's
A
awesome.
month becomes a second, a week becomes a millisecond, a year becomes a minute in these times, in this place. So, would you like to give your hand at it?
Sure. Yeah, let's do this.
Wonderful. 1,500 gold plus the enchantment and whatever else I can help your friends with.
I'm going to go ahead and get returning on my daggers.
A wonderful investment, young lady. Perfect for your skill set.
That's 3 daggers.
3 daggers. That will be, I will give you the bundle price of a flat 1,800.
Ooh. Why, thank you.
What about you, my stoic, burly woman of a friend?
May continue doing a little shopping and then come back.
Fair enough. I have made enough money off of your group, and there are other vendors to explore.
Well, also the ones that I'm looking at are a little out of my price range right now.
Understand they are enticing, are they not?
They are very.
Actually, final question. What was the absorbative on the armor?
Oh, the absorbative. Let me see, which one is that? Ah! Like adamantine, you gain immunity to critical hits with this enchantment. a critical hit, a hit of devastating effect, becomes simply normal.
Gotcha. And the protection? Was that just... Or did you do that one already?
Oh! The protection is a very interesting one. So, the protection, you can choose an enemy type that you constantly go against. So say, monstrosities, beasts, dragons even if you so dare. You gain the language that these creatures speak. If any, that is not a guarantee. The creature has disadvantage on attacks made against you, and you have attacks advantage on saving throws against attacks made by this creature. You also gain +2 to your armor class against this creature specifically.
Interesting.
So, while maybe not particular now, in the future, if you have a master craftsman at your disposal.
Absolutely. Go. Thank you.
My pleasure, darling.
Mwah.
This cat was supposed to be, like, cool, and I've turned it into RuPaul. I don't know how I feel about it.
You know,
We love.
So, is that it? Are the lists done?
Yeah, I think we're all set, right?
Wonderful! So, just to tally everything up. From Wheezy specifically, I have 2680 or 2780 for the enchantment. I have from Galbrek, or not Galbrek, Artemis, 1500 for the class. Did you get anything else?
Nope.
Okay, so 1500 for the class. So that puts us at 4280, if my math is correct. Maximus, what did you want?
I got the lucky on my Warhammer.
The lucky, so that's another 640, which would be 48, 4900. And then the returning on 3 daggers for Carritan for the bundle price of 1800. So that puts us at 4,900 plus 1,800 for a round total of 6,700 gold from the party. Fucking love it. Now,
that's a lot of gold.
you, dwarf man, you come with me.
Oh, do I
Let's
come
do
to help,
this.
or just to go by?
You stay here. You're not ready for this yet. You shall learn. The offense.
Peace.
So as you walk through, you turn around, and as soon as you cross the threshold, it's like everything outside, dead stop. Silent.
Ooh.
Nothing moves. I mean, to the point where you're just like, it throws you off. The rest of you, you see him go in, and he is light speed gone. So, Wheezy, do you remember what we did the last time we did a crafting related check?
Been a while. Have to remind me.
It was dexterity based. It was intelligence based, I want to say.
There was like 3 checks.
It was 3 checks. I just
Yeah.
can't remember the DCs. So we're just going to go. We're going to go DC 12, DC 14, and DC 17. Okay?
Okay.
So, the DC 12 will be, do you pick up what you learn? You add your proficiency to all of this, and all of that fun stuff.
A DC 12 dexterity?
The DC 12 dexterity is the actual, no, it's DC 12 intelligence, is the actual retention of the knowledge. DC 14 is the dexterity, and that's the actual putting it into practice. The DC 17 is the perfect combination of the two to see if you need additional lessons in the future, or you're good here.
So we'll do intelligence plus proficiency?
Intelligence plus proficiency, and I will give you advantage on this.
Well,
Meet it, beat it. You retain the information and now have a rudimentary understanding of the enchantment process. DC 14 dexterity saving throw, please.
16.
Beautiful. So now you understand. You can put it into practice. You can perform rudimentary enchantments based on the material that your party currently has. Now, the 17 is going to be your choice, dexterity or intelligence, and this is the advancement of the skill as you progress as a master craftsman.
Dexterity. It'll be a 11.
Okay, so you understand where you're at with this current level. As you grow in the future, you may need to seek out Chiba or a master enchanter in the future to advance this knowledge. But go ahead and mark that to your character sheet that you are now a journeyman craftsman in regards to smithing and a journeyman in regards to enchantment. So you can perform up to level 2 enchantments on your party's gear in the future. 1 per gear, not multiple. Multiple comes with master.
Alrighty.
Copy that. Everybody, mark down your loss of gold and write down the enchantments that you got, and I will work on getting you updated items in your inventory before our next session.
Done.
All right, and we are nearing the 1:45 timeline. So, would we like to continue, or would we like to call it here with the first successful shopping trip done and continue next session?
I'm pretty tired, I'll be honest.
I'm losing Max. I'm losing Galbrek. Everybody looks exhausted.
We're
All right. Well, in that case, thank you for joining us for these past 3 hours. This has been wonderful. We will continue on 2 days or 3 days? Yeah, we're still in day 1. So day 1, day 2. 2.5 days until the single melee. Continuing on our first shopping trip and exploring all of our fun vendors.
And then it's the group fight the day after.
Do what?
When is the group fight in relation to that?
The day after, and that will be 1 round per day. So you're looking at about a week of games.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Week of work for 46,000 gold.
All right. In that case, see y'all next time. We love you very much. Good night.